Chase Briscoe. Gorgeous day here in Northern California. Green flag is out.
Okay, we are live already. What's going on, everybody? I am Double D, and welcome to the race at Sonoma, and we are underway already as SVG clearly ahead of Chase Briscoe. One contact in the back. Can't really tell who those were. What's going on, everybody? I am Double D, and welcome once again. Man, they restarted that. They started that really quick. Okay, I'm going to put my race prediction in the chat. Okay, so I believe Kyle Larson's going to win because he's got 2 wins here before, and this is one of his best tracks. So I'm picking Kyle Larson. Surprising because I'm picking him over SVG, but I feel like his luck's going to run out today. But right now he leads in front of Chase Briscoe, and I believe in third that is William Byron. There's 110 laps, by the way, guys. Is my audio okay? It should be okay. Yeah, my audio's good. Okay, so your top 10 right now is SVG, Chase Briscoe, William Byron, Ross Chastain, Ty Gibbs, Allmendinger, Ryan Blaney, Tyler Reddick, and Zane Smith. And Larson has dropped back to 13th. But I don't expect him to have speed out of the gate. He's going to work to get himself to the front.
Look at these three. You've got Rexon, you've got Hocevar, you've got Ricky Stenhouse Jr. I would say aggressive. Down into turn 4, it's tough to make the pass here. You see him curve up to 77. He doors bumping pretty hard, and allows the 4 to try to make a pass as well. Now Bubba's back under the attack on.
Okay, so your top 10 as they run, we got SVG, Chase Briscoe, William Byron, Ross Chastain, AJ Allmendinger, Ty Gibbs, Christopher Bell, Ryan Blaney, Zane Smith, and Tyler Reddick. So we had a couple of passes going on, but mostly a lot of chaos towards the middle and the back, or they can be crazy at Sonoma. Yeah, I just started to stream right on time, right as the pace car was going into pit road, which is insane. Yeah, let's see. John Nemechek door to door with Daniel Suarez right there. Suarez has got a win here in 2022, so he may be a favorite.
Mexico City last month on the road course, and one of those drivers battling for the $1 million in the in-season challenge today. The round of 8, Nemechek matched up with his teammate.
And there's Byron going for a pass on Chase Briscoe and completes it for second place. So besides Pocono, so a lot of thing with all these races. Chase Briscoe has the qualifying speed, but not the race speed. He's already lost the position to William Byron. William Byron's been fast on these road courses, but only been able to get like a couple of wins over the years.
The speed they've had this year, they're in some way or other. You mentioned the Chicago finish. He finished dead last there. His once large lead in the regular
Yeah, TNT just mentioned that William Byron finished dead last week, where he did break his clutch.
They're aware of the regular season points and everything that championship can bring in terms of the advantage in the playoffs. But for William Byron, they said today's race.
Do I sound okay? Let's see. Okay, I'm good. Kind of sounds like I'm underwater, but I'm okay. Yeah, Briscoe's about to lose position to, looks like, Ross Chastain in the number 1. Going for a move and a hairpin on the inside of Chase Briscoe, and he's going to complete that pass easily on him. But who will be able to catch SVG today is the real question. Or will anybody be able to catch him?
Try to get a good run out of this corner right here, but you just want to put pressure on the driver in front of you through 4. You're not really trying to make a pass in the braking corner. You want to make the pass in the next corner down here in turn 7. Trying to get through 4 and out of 4 quickly so you can do this. Right fade to the inside.
Looks like Allmendinger trying to go for a dive bomb, so is Ty Gibbs. They're going to get a couple positions.
That same opportunity to pass all through these S's. All through here. Now, you're really trying to make passes here. You can. Somebody makes a massive mistake. You're trying to set the opportunity all through these corners for another opportunity to pass it on turn 11.
We've already completed 5 laps. Wow, that's quick.
Chase Briscoe from the front row to 4th, and yelling under attack here.
25 laps in stage 1. Down Briscoe, he's just fading back. He's about to lose position to AJ Allmendinger.
Launches harder when every corner you exit in, you look at the mirror and the guy behind you is closing. And a 16-car Allmendinger, I think that's really always get long. I thought he had a great practice. He sat on the desk. He sounded very happy with his cars, with Parker and Jamie during that qualifying session, and now it's showing here as he runs to the top 5. I feel like it's dangerous for the competition if Allmendinger's up there right now. Because if he doesn't have to come from behind and he's got the track position to play with, he can be very, very dangerous when you consider how good he is on the road.
Right, so it looks like Ty Gibbs and Christopher Bell are now in the top 10.
We're already seeing it here today. Brad Keselowski racing with John Hunter Nemechek up the hill, and there is contact.
There's a place no map will show you. A secret spot. A high-performance hideout for cars that crave chaos. New brakes? Check. Roll cage? Check. A spoiler so big it doubles as a picnic table? Oh, you bet. Every apex we nail, every second we shave, it's all knowledge that goes right back into your ride. Look like fun? It is. You win?
A diagnosis doesn't define you. Even ATTR cardiac amyloidosis. You've come a long way. Your path was never set in stone. You charged ahead. So why would life with ATTR-CM define you?
Larson just gaining position on his teammate Alex Bowman.
Choice. Attruby is an old medicine used to treat adults with ATTR-CM to reduce death and hospitalization related to heart problems. People taking Attruby saw an impact on health-related quality of life and were 50% less likely to be hospitalized for heart issues, giving you more chances to do what you love with who you love. Tell your doctor if you're pregnant, planning to become pregnant, or are breastfeeding, and about the medications you take. The most common side effects were mild and included diarrhea and abdominal pain. If you have ATTR cardiac amyloidosis, ask your cardiologist if Attruby is right for you. It's time to get busy.
Okay, yeah, it still works.
Are you here for Tracy?
We're here for everyone. We want to help people save hundreds by customizing car insurance with Liberty Mutual.
We ordered a limo, not a limo.
Oh yeah, we do that too.
Okay, good to know that I still work on that chat. So that's good.
At your service. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Oh, I just got to tell people on YouTube that I'm live.
But that was
Let me do that real quick. I have a bad headache right now, to be honest.
Just a shameless way to sell Chili's Presidente margaritas. Yeah, sure is.
Welcome to a whole lot more on the line. More drivers going head to head means more stakes, more grit, and more to prove. The challenge is on. 32 drivers enter a $1 million showdown. 5 races of bracket-busting matchups. More pressure, more risk, and more reward. Only on TNT and streaming on Max. Welcome.
Yeah, SVG has extended that gap to about 3/10 on William Byron, so it doesn't seem like Byron's going to catch him yet.
Yeah, one of the most important pieces of advice I ever got about road course racing was to stay on the pavement. That will serve you well throughout the day if you can stay out of the dirt. And the value of tires. We always talk fuel today. I believe that conversation is going to spin forward to those 4 Goodyear tires and have some fresh tires near the end. And we talked about the braking zones to 11 and 7, but how do you prevent the opportunity to take those passes and having the forward drive these cars? Fighting forward drive off of turn 4, off of this turn right here with SVG. That's what you're going to need all day long. And if your team can improve the forward drive throughout the day, you're going to have a really good shot at having a great run. Stay on the pavement. It seems so simple. It's very obvious. It's hard to do. Yes. And right now, no problems out front. Shane Van Disbergen with a 1.3-second lead over William Byron. Adam Jr. mentioned that SVG was a little concerned about his car in practice. It wasn't the early part of the run that we're in right now that he was concerned with. It's the later part of the run and losing.
So your top 10 as they run at the moment is SVG, William Byron, Ross Chastain, Chase Briscoe, AJ Allmendinger, Ryan Blaney, Christopher Bell, Ty Gibbs, Zane Smith, and Tyler Reddick. It's your top 10. Larson's lurking in at 11th, and Chase Elliott is in 12th. Both of them just got past Chase Elliott for, well, not Chase Elliott, they got past Alex Bowman for 13th.
Is it fair with the current system and the way it is in NASCAR for a driver 27th in points to possibly...
And look at the playoff bubble at the moment. Bubba Wallace is only 2 points to the good on Ryan Preece, who is in 17th. Points still do matter at this time during the season.
Right now, he has 11 playoff points. That's 5th most in the series. You got to give the guy credit. He's great in one particular discipline that is very important during the NASCAR season. He's getting better at the ovals as well, and he'll tell you that. I think we'll see that improvement continue throughout the season. Great look from the Toyota onboard. How about you, Dan? Complain about a fluke win, maybe. But complain about a guy that beat you maybe 3 times, that seems a little off, did he? I would say this, too. Playoff schedule. If you can get through the round of 16 and you're in SVG, you go to the round of 12. The elimination race in the round of 12 is the Roval. It's huge for him. Another great look with his Toyota onboard camera. Another good angle on.
Let's see, Christopher Bell going for a pass on Ryan Blaney. On the inside there. He's going to easily complete that pass. Yeah, some drivers are going to fight a lot during this beginning of the stage because they're going to try to wait till later on to be more aggressive to gain and lose spots.
Meanwhile, Bell from 10th to 6th early in the race.
Why is my head
They're
hurt?
liking their road course package this year. Of course, they won at Coda, finished 2nd in Mexico City. Not a great race last week in Chicago. But Adam Stevens was one of many crew chiefs, Christopher Bell's crew chief, who told me how surprised they were with what they planned on coming here with. They showed up yesterday in practice, and the track was far more looser and far slower than they had anticipated. So that's what they were working on throughout the night. Coach Bell and all his JGR teammates, like Chase Briscoe there on the 19. Everyone taken a bit by surprise by how much this track had changed over 1 year. 19 Briscoe back around Chastain. Chastain struggling down as we get 4 laps on the tires, and he gives that spot up into turn 3. And here comes Steve Bell, closing in on the 16 to 16 and 1. Down to the inside into turn.
Oh, wow, Bell going for a dive bomb on AJ Allmendinger. They're still going to be side by side. They made a little bit of contact. But AJ Allmendinger is going to maintain position as Bell's going to have to wait a couple more corners to make the move on Allmendinger.
AJ a little frustrated, just doesn't quite have the speed to be able to go up there and attack like he's supposed to. Marty. And Junior, I feel like for a bit of this run, AJ Allmendinger's been frustrated that the cars in front of him were holding him up. And then he made this comment a moment ago on the radio. So Junior, he's saying as he sits here behind Chastain, is feeling looser, which isn't helping the 16 either. Yeah, that's right. All the drivers complain about the balance of their cars being on the loose side, even in the Xfinity Series.
All right, Chase Elliott has just cracked the top 10. He just passed Zane Smith. Zane Smith is battling Ty Gibbs, I believe, for the in-season challenge to advance next week when we go to Dover. I wouldn't mind if Chase Elliott gets another win. Sure, Atlanta felt good a couple weeks ago, but you always want it. Doesn't hurt to go to victory lane again, doesn't it?
You look at his road course resume, it's outstanding. 3 victories on the road, including earlier this year at Circuit of the Americas. AJ Allmendinger continues the slide. Blaney is through, and Gibbs waiting in the wings in the 54. Yeah, not a good sign to see the tires falling off the back of the 16 car this early. You know he's got the talent to carry a race car around this racetrack, so you know if he's struggling, there's some serious balance issues.
Yeah, Allmendinger struggling in his car. It seemed like it was good on a short run, but on the long run, it's starting to fall off. As he's about to get passed by Ty Gibbs soon, and Bell is now making a move on Chastain. Bell is up to 4th. He's already cracked the top 5. He's right behind his teammate, Chase Briscoe. There goes Blaney, making a move on Chastain as well.
He doesn't want to give the spot up because then it's going to be under attack by the 16 car. Can he find a way to fit in there? No, side by side still. I don't think the 16 has to give way into the S's. I watched Chastain. And I feel like I'm at a football game, and I hear that defense chant. You know what I mean? Because he was doing everything he can.
Yeah, SVG's already extended that gap on William Byron by 2.5 seconds. I think if you're going to beat SVG, you're going to have to do some type of strategy to beat him today. Because he's going to be fast on pace. Unless you can maybe possibly nab him on a restart, as Ty Gibbs shown that he could do whenever we were at Mexico, but had that timely caution not go his way, cost him that victory at Mexico.
He's graduated to the TV booth officially now.
When you need a lift, you could use a big financial friend, your BFF, Experian. Strong enough to help you push past financial obstacles. So even when you have a big expense, you have new solutions that can make a big difference.
Turned on my light because it's kind of dark where I'm at.
Wherever your journey takes you.
Already getting some thunderstorms.
I get 5% cash back on the monthly category I choose when I pay with my PayPal debit card. You gonna go? You can pay your own way. I use PayPal to buy this ticket, paying it off over time. No fees. No
See, how does it look outside? Yeah, there's some weather around us.
You can pay your own way. I'm still in here.
More savings, more flexibility. The rewarding and trusted.
Oh, look at that! Sonoma! I mean, TNT actually doing some side-by-side commercials.
Twice.
Hey, now, let's just say it. It's a little bigger than
I haven't seen that since Amazon Prime.
Exhibits, they're so lifelike.
for the kids to do here. Virtual reality, I mean, they even have zip lines. I guess I just never thought a place like this could be real.
So,
It's insane that SVG and Byron has already got Chase Briscoe
You just gotta see it. Believe it.
7 seconds already. Those are probably, so far, those seem like the top two that are going to be the win contenders.
I'm back. You want more? Buckle up. Rams coming back to NASCAR.
It just seems so far Larson doesn't have that same speed like he did last year. But still early. We'll just have to see what goes on.
Stipe, where'd you get them? GoVex.com. Hey, Stipe, nice boots. Where'd you get those? GoVex.com.
A lot of drivers really keeping it clean so far. We haven't had any spins or got a lot of contact, but not spins or anything bringing out a caution yet.
But it's not a tear. It's your
But as I say that might happen in a little bit.
Drooling for cheesesteak. Arby's, we have the meat. Under the Saturday night lights at Richmond, there's no place to hide. Tight turns, tippers flaring. When the sun goes down and the sparks fly. Dreams of the playoffs live or die in prime time. 3 nights, 3 races, 1 shot at the best weekend of your summer. You better not miss it. NASCAR weekend at Richmond Raceway. Get your tickets now at richmondraceway.com.
Go inside the race with HBO Max on the NASCAR Driver Cam, presented by DraftKings Sportsbook and Straight Talk Wireless. Access every in-car camera with real-time driver data, multi-view options, and full team.
Yeah, so we're already on lap 18 of 110. We've got 25 laps in stage 1, so we're only about 7 laps to go.
It's now 3.8 seconds over Byron. And Adam, almost when you came to me the last time, he has extended the lead to your point by 2 seconds. But at that same time, he had this radio transmission to Stephen Dorr, his crew chief. Listen.
My memory is really something good. Yeah, copy. That's exactly what he said. 24, that is.
So, Steve, is it comforting for your driver? I guess I should ask Junior. Is it comforting to hear that from Steve when he tells you, hey, the whole field is struggling with rear grip. It's not just you.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm already driving and I feel like I'm losing rear tires, getting the information that my lap time is still relatively competitive is helpful to kind of calm me down so that I don't try to overdrive the car, make things worse, and run slower. You know, you get to work if you are there trying to make up for something, you actually hurt the tire more running at slower lap time. And with this mysterious track grip issue, we have seen this.
Yeah, so my favorite drivers in the Cup Series. SVG's running first, Chase Elliott's 10th, and Kyle Busch is 29th. Kyle Busch has not been having good luck, and he's lost 12 positions. I bet that's me that's popping on and off. Oh, there's 2 people. Might be somebody else. Yeah, SVG is still in the lead. He's extended that guy now on Byron by almost 5 seconds. He's just going to dominate the field probably today. I'm not going to like it.
And the guy that can actually try to take care of that the best is going to be the one that runs the best on the long run. A 5-car Kyle Larson is a big story right now, dropping a ton of spots. I'm not sure exactly what's going on with this car, but it looks like the balance is going away tremendously. Watch right here. Down into turn 11, trying to battle for this position here against the 99.
Yeah, Larson's cars is not handling good. He's already dropped back to 18. Whenever I pick Larson, he doesn't run good. Just sucks.
In those braking zones, like you said, I'm down here in turn 11 watching him just get out-braked every time.
About to get passed by Logano right here in the hairpin for 18th place. I mean, it's still early. It's enough time to figure out what's going on with your car.
For services right around the corner. As a reminder, pit road will close if the leader sees 2 to go at the line. So with 3 laps to go at this stage, it's decision time. Do you want to stay out and try to get stage points or come to pit road from all the slipping and sliding and complaining? I think we're going to see a massive lead come to pit road. 3 to go for most. Leader SVG, even leader 2 to go. So we'll just have to see right around the corner.
Lead out to 5 seconds for Shane Van Gisbergen over second place, William Byron. And we talked about Chase Briscoe and where would they fit in? Well, back to fourth, back up to third now, and almost 8 seconds behind the leader, but he's got that track position.
And it looked like SVG.
Look, that's a big gap on William Byron.
Sure. The 6-car, I want to take us back to the 6-car practice last week. Not known as an ace in road courses, but he's on the move. Picking up 9 spots since the start, and since the last restart in lap 1. So sitting in 15th right now. Been a tough year for Brad this year, but so far right now looking like one of the cars with a better pace on the long run. This is going to be one of those tracks where we do have a lot of fall on today. Having a car that can handle well and still move forward and be on the offense on the long run is a big deal today.
All 3 RFK cars inside the top 15. Busher running 13th, 14th for Priest. They have really started to show a lot of speed in the last 6 or 7 weeks.
Chastain just trying to maintain right here. He's lost a few spots back into 6th.
See, Cindric is the first one to dip on pit road.
Normal cycle, 4 tires of fuel, good right side stop. After the backwards pit stops the last few weeks of normal.
Doesn't look like a bad pit stop by him. I think he's already away.
Chastain continuing to run the 6th position, Marty.
Yes, Steve, he said he's had no rear grip this entire run. But also for you, crew chief, Steve, it's decision time about how you play the rest of your race. This is what Phil Surkin told Chastain a moment ago.
Looks like Ryan Blaney's pitting now. Well, some of them are going to pit before the stage, and I wonder what SVG's going to do. Because honestly, I think if you're SVG, you just take the points. You got a really big gap. You're not in battle with anybody.
Ryan Blaney and a little on the free side, just like everybody out there. But his crew chief told me earlier, when the track is free, Ryan Blaney usually.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a bad stuff on Blaney. Busher's in.
Busher lost a few spots at the very start of the race, was not really able to gain those back. Again, just like everybody else, struggling with rear lateral grip in the 17. But so good here at the road course, and we'll see if they can make it up later, Alan. Kyle Larson among the cars coming down, getting
Larson's in.
Under green, 4 to go. Stage 1. And as Steve said, we'll close the pit lane with 2 to go.
I mean, if you're Larson, you got to pit.
Leader Shane Van Gisbergen, you're going to have to make a pit stop with 3 to go.
You're going to struggle. Yeah, so SVG stays out, and it's going to be 3 laps to go. He has 1 more lap if he wants to decide to pit or not. The Christopher Bell pitting.
6 spots in this first stint. Just at the end there, he said, I can tell my tires are getting bad. Small adjustment for the 20 car. 2 tires on the right, over to the left side. 4 tires stopping fuel from Christopher Bell.
Chase Elliott's also in.
Host of drivers making
other drivers.
Coming off among those in Tyler Reddick.
It may be fine for SVG to pit because there's a lot of people pitting right now.
A season ago, leading a bunch of laps, winning a stage. AJ Allmendinger, who had slid back from his starting position, making his great flag stop. 3 to go, stage 1.
And now I think there's no choice but to pit if you're the 88 of SVG. I believe if you don't pit now, after how many cars, we've had nearly 30 cars pit in this cycle. So the 88
Let's see what SVG does here.
Right here. He will have to
Many drivers have pitted.
And if he stays out, I think the 20 before his committee so far.
So yeah, he's pitting. I think that's a smart decision to pit right there. If you didn't, you would have been behind a lot of cars.
88 Shane Van Gisbergen started on the pole, strong to begin.
But who's going to stay out and win the stage, though?
Making his stop under green, 2 to go on the stage, Marty. Yeah, Adam, you know what's funny? I talked to Steven Doran about this last week. He said at Chicago, if we were in a position to get a playoff point, we wanted it. He told me today, this week here at Sonoma, we cannot give up the track position. It's not worth the playoff point. SVG, just like everybody else, no rear grip in the car, so 4 fresh Goodyear tires before the end of stage 1. Seeing our pylon.
Stops a little bit slow on SVG, but he's away.
Trying to get to the end. SVG exits pit road. Up the hill, here's the one of Chastain. He's the leader of the race.
Think about that. The 88 pitted, and he's going to rejoin in second because so many cars have pitted it. So it wasn't going to happen. And he
We got a spin. The 20s around.
Oh, Christopher Bell's around.
Turn 2 is the top of turn 2. No, he pulls up.
Crosses right in front of Albenanger.
Slows the car down.
He's going to lose a few spots.
20 got on the inside of somebody up in the middle. He came into that turn there.
It looks like Chastain's going to win the stage here.
He couldn't get in there too hard.
Almost spun Briscoe out in the process.
He had that thing slide out from underneath of him, and he was able to hang on to it. Sorry. That's what I was going to say. I'm so sorry.
They'll talk about that in the meeting.
Down to the final lap of stage 1.
Hey, look at that. Some of the drivers I know did not pit, and SVG only fell back to second. That's impressive.
You talked about Shane Van Gisbergen and where he is, and it just speaks to the way that they played the game and how many guys made their pit stops. But Chastain is the man in control of this race. And coming off of turn 4, final time stage 1, Marty. Yeah, he's going to revisit that radio with Steve and just kind of get your perspective on the decision here by Phil Surgeon. I think it was interesting when we said we don't have a car that can win the race, so take what we can get. We're going to try and take this playoff point by winning the stage and the 10 stage points that go with it. What do you think about that?
I think it's genius. There's going to be a group of people happy leaving here. One will be the race winner, and the other will be 4 or 5 cars that score 35 to 40 points. That's an amazing day at the road courses. Chastain is on pace to do that. Another car worth talking about, though. He's 21 seconds back. Look at the pylon, 3rd place, Bubba Wallace. We keep talking about the playoff situation. Bubba Wallace qualified poorly. This is finding a win inside this race here today. If he can hold on.
Yeah, so Chastain's going to win stage 1. And my TV's buffering. My Wi-Fi not working?
Hold on the last little bit. This is going to be a big thing. As you see the one.
No, we're still live. We're good.
Chastain takes the opening stint of the race here at Sonoma.
Oh, Bubba Wallace. Oh!
That's for second.
He's going to try to race SVG to get another stage point. But SVG is going to hold him off.
You talk about Bubba Wallace, who was 6 or 7 spots behind Ryan Preece.
Yeah, you got SVG second, Wallace third, Stenhouse fourth, 5th William Byron, 6th Ty Dillon, 7th Chase Briscoe, 8th Ryan Blaney, I think it says 7th Ryan Blaney, 8th Ty Gibbs. I think 9th Chase Elliott. No, Ryan Blaney is 8th. Ty Gibbs 9th, and then Chase Elliott's 10th. So Chastain and a few others were the only ones staying out there. Anyone have anything for SVG on the next restart? It's the question. So I really hope. Because I want to see someone. I mean, I guess I'm okay with SVG winning, but I wouldn't see someone other than him win a road course.
Pre-order now at Samsung.com.
A Chewy pharmacy order is on the way for Homer, the homebody who prefers the great indoors. But nature does call, and outside is outside. So Mom uses Chewy to get his flea and tick meds at a great price, delivered right to their door or right to the couch. For quality meds and great prices, for life with pets, there's Chewy.
Get over here. Not everyone believes it, but the bad guys went good. And now you want to work at a bank. Why not? You robbed us 3 times. That was this bank. So here we are, starting over with a clean slate.
Where's the flowers? Prego, cappuccino.
Going good isn't going so great.
I'm keeping my eye on you.
What was that?
Aren't you a notorious criminal?
No, maybe.
Read PGA in Peter's August 1st.
The new bike is officially protected by America's #1 motorcycle insurer. You can now safely go wherever the wind takes us.
That's right.
It was one of those books that smelled bad, but in a good way, you know? Didn't think this through, did you?
Wow. Yeah, I am cooked if SVG dominates.
Refills are limited. It's not okay.
If you feel held back by the weight of financial decisions, we can give you the tools that help you break free. Credit Karma gives you personalized guidance to improve your credit, savings, taxes, and more, so you can find your way to money. Intuit Credit Karma, Karma you can count on.
At Napa, we are the pros with simple solutions for complex electrical systems. From starters and alternators to batteries and testers, Napa has the new or remanufactured electrical parts to power your business.
NASCAR Cup Series racing on TNT is brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places. Burger King at BK, have it your way. You rule. And by Progressive. Save when you bundle motorcycle, RV, and boat insurance. Visit progressive.com. Nice Sunday afternoon, Sonoma, California. Cup Series cars racing for the 20th time in 2025. DraftKings Sportsbook is your home for live betting and new customers.
The ones that did not pit are going to pit here. That means Chastain's going to go on pit road.
Download the app and use the promo code SPEED when you sign up.
One of Chastain. Now, there's some math that says he could stay out, but like we were talking earlier, the tires are so important. I believe all these cars that haven't been will come to pit road. That'll be the one of Chastain, 23 at Bubba Wallace, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Ty Dillon. Just to show you how much speed a few of these cars have. The 88 and the 24, they scored all those stage points. They had a big gap, and they were aided, as you pointed out, Adam, and so many cars pitted. So, pit cycle pretty fast and furious, and now all these cars would just come in here under yellow. I assume. Now, they have, like I said, they could stay out, but that would be a very aggressive call. No, there they go.
But it's just part of our thought process. If you flip the stage, you're giving up points. Yeah, right. Those guys didn't. I mean, it's remarkable what they were able to do today.
The SVG gave up 1 point and 1 playoff point. They would have won the stage. But now you see all these cars staying on the racetrack on the left. That's a great visual to show you how many cars.
Yep, as I said, those ones that didn't hit our pitting, Chastain, Bubba Wallace, and Ricky Stenhouse are some of them.
As you could. He says it's great in single file, but he has nothing for him in the turns. They're going to make an air pressure adjustment out and off for Bubba Wallace, Danielle.
Second can of fuel going in for Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Mike Woolley just said this is going to be a bang stop. You want to fill up with fuel, Ricky? Get out of here after winning fourth. It's going to be a point there, Marty.
Ross Chastain and Phil Durkin playing the points game. 10 in the bank, plus a playoff point as well. Ross Chastain said the car was just way too loose and paused for a moment. He said the entire run way too loose. So these guys, to Steve's point, will start deep in the field to start stage 2. Stage win number 1 of 2025 for Ross Chastain. He gets his service, and he's got a long ride back to the front when we return.
On WhatsApp, your personal messages, they're yours. We can't see them.
Hello?
We can't hear them. We can't read them. They're all private. On WhatsApp, no one can see or hear your personal messages. Not even
My head does not feel good. Ooh, must be this air. All right, so your top 10 after they pit, you got
With IHG's 19 hotel brands, you can guess how you guessed.
I think you're updating it now after Chastain's fallen down the order. Okay, so your top 10 is SVG, William Byron, Chase Briscoe, Ryan Blaney, Ty Gibbs, Chase Elliott. Chase Elliott's up to 6th. 7th, AJ Allmendinger. 8th, Tyler Reddick. 8th, Christopher Bell. 9th, Tyler Reddick. And 10th, Christopher Buescher. Yeah, I just said Christopher Buescher. And Larson's back in 19th. Some drivers got some work to do, but Chase Elliott is really climbing up the field. I'll be happy if he has anything for SVG.
Your mental health is better, but having uncontrollable body movements called TD, tardive dyskinesia.
Which, honestly, Chase Elliott, besides Chicago, has done really well at the road courses.
Is clinically proven to treat TD, quickly reducing TD movements by greater than 5 times at 2 weeks. 98% of people were still satisfied with Ingrezza after 2 years, and you can keep taking most mental health meds.
Ingrezza can cause depression, suicidal thoughts, or actions in patients with Huntington's disease. Call your doctor if you become depressed, have sudden behavior, mood changes, or suicidal thoughts. Don't take Ingrezza if allergic. Serious side effects may include allergic reactions like sudden, potentially fatal swelling and hives,
Do my
CNS,
Riz
side
face.
effect, and heart rhythm problems. Know how Ingrezza affects you before operating the car or dangerous machinery. Report fever, stiff muscles, or problems thinking, as these might be life-threatening. Shaking, stiffness, drooling, and trouble with moving or balance may occur.
Taking control starts with asking your doctor about Ingrezza.
You just can feel the pressure building. The race within the race. Survive and advance.
For any of these drivers to make it, you're going to have to continue to knock off some big names.
I just knocked your favorite driver out.
It's going to be all take and no give. Everybody sees opportunity. This thing is going to be wild. Time for our NASCAR in-season challenge update presented by DraftKings Sportsbook. Here is the
If Ty Dillon could beat Alex Bowman in the in-season challenge, that'd be funny.
Tightest battles between Reddick and Priest. They're currently 9th and 12th on the racetrack. Ty Gibbs having a great day outside the top 5. Zane Smith qualified well. They're looking to put some pressure on him.
Bowman right now ahead of Ty Dillon by quite a few positions right there. John Hunter Nemechek also winning his bracket. I love this because all these guys are outside the top 12 in points. So one of these could really, winning this bracket could make their season.
I don't know if Ty Dillon will win $1 million, but he's won the trash talk competition on the in-season challenge.
I love it. So we're down there on the stage, and he's walking out of driver intro, or walking out of the driver's meeting. And Dale, kind of like, wait, go get the money. He turned, and he was like, absolutely.
So they're about to go green this lap. They're going to do the choose rule.
I love it. Take a look at the choose here for the restart. SVG will take the inside line, turn 11, but that puts them on the outside coming up the hill to turn 1. So soon to get some launch. Should be in pretty good shape there.
Ross Chastain, the first off pit road, won the stage. But we talk about the loss of track position when you run it out. Prior to the choose was 24th was Chastain, so a lot of ground to make up here. A couple of speeding penalties on the cyclist stops. Cole Custer, Catherine Legg both have to drop to the rear.
All right, SVG, William Byron, side by side. Briscoe and Blaney behind him. Does anybody have anything for SVG on his restart? We'll see.
In the field approaching the restart zone, presented by Echo Park Automotive.
Pace car turns. And the green flag's back in the air. Byron looked like he spun the tires a little bit. Stays a little even with SVG. But it seems like SVG is going to have to drive off at the corner, and it's going to maintain the lead. William Byron's not far behind, though. Byron could have a look if he can keep up with SVG for these corners. Oh, Blaney locked it up. He's going to lose a few spots. And who's that? Ryan Priest was trying to go for a Dive bomb under Tyler Reddick, but that did not work.
Take a look at this 12 car and see exactly what happened.
It looked like he dropped the tire off. There he is, Martin Stream. Look at this bright LX buddies on the rumble strips.
It's got to get squeezed maybe a little bit by the 19.
Yeah, he kind of got squeezed on the outside into the grass. On Chase Elliott trying to go for a move on Allmendinger, but Allmendinger blocks.
You see that start spin out. Got a lot of contact down there in turn 1 and 10 on the live shot. Guys bouncing off each other's bumpers. There you see Blaney getting squeezed. You'll appreciate that from Briscoe.
And now back live, side by side with the 12 and 20. Yeah, oh boy, he's right. That's what I'm thinking.
I would say the temperature has changed inside the 12 since we went green, right? Plenty of motivation there. Byron hanging on that 16 round. And then Allmendinger's top 5.
Allmendinger's around.
He's off track.
And that's on turn 2.
Wonder what happened there.
9 to the 16. We're feeding and banging into turn 11. Let's see if there's a combo. Here we go. Is the old dirt, maybe? The 9's back there, but it seems like he's ways back.
A lot of dirt. And the
Yeah, it looked like Allmendinger just got into the dirt and just spun around.
in practice, so there's right on board looking ahead at AJ. And he just loses the back of the car. It's dirty for sure, but it's not helping things.
But it's been dirty before. That's what you talked about before the race. I want to see live.
John Nemechek's around.
Backwards.
This is the S, yeah, this is the beginning of this.
Couple drivers spinning around.
He was probably side by side with somebody coming out of turn 7 and arguing over the curve and bounced off each other. Spun out of 16th place.
Yeah, donuts for sure. So we're going to see if those were old or fresh.
That's usually how this happens.
And you run, but you can't hide.
See back there on that Motor 1 nose.
Oh, 3 wide. Looks like the 35 and the 2 were still. Oh, man.
Larson able to drive through there.
That's right on board. Check out the turn 7 trying to throttle up. He's on the inside of 3 wide. He just didn't get that ring, but you're not really supposed to be 3 wide there. Somebody has to be smart and get us up. And who's going to be the one?
Here's what I said.
A little bit of contact on that left rear rim. That 2 car we'll pay attention to.
You know, Chastain able to get through there.
Big lock up on the right front of the 77 trying to avoid that.
Okay, so your top 10 as they run. It looks like Chase Elliott lost a couple positions. Is SVG, William Byron, Chase Briscoe, Ty Gibbs, Christopher Bell, Ryan Blaney, Chris Busher, William, Chase Elliott, Michael McDowell, and Alex Bowman. It's your top 10. And look at that, William Byron, closer to SVG.
Away in the first stage and still was faster. He been complaining about the rear balance of his car, but stage 2, he's got some company up at the front.
Oh, Ty Gibbs getting into his teammate Chase Briscoe right there. Don't forget their teammates.
Trying to get around this 19.
Yeah, looks like Ty Gibbs trying to go for it in turn 4. It sets up for a pass in turn 5. They're still side by side going through the S's. And now Ty Gibbs takes the spot.
Gibbs up to 3rd, Marty. First time all day. He's in that frame with SVG at the front of the field. Under the last caution, Chris Gabehart trying to encourage his driver a little bit about their long run speed. Listen in.
Yeah, your last couple laps of that long run, we'll get back and touch on that for a minute. They were actually really fast. Not quite Ben Gisbergen fast, but certainly in the ballpark of him. So good pace there. Whatever adjustments you make, long gears, whatever you got going on in there, this will be another long run. So think through that.
Steve, that's kind of funny, isn't it? You know, not SVG fast, but in the ball game with SVG, and I think today that's a pretty big accomplishment.
I think it is, and what I wonder what we're seeing here is the 88 trying to save rear tires. He's been told that 24 attacked last run, but then faded late. So I wonder if the 88 is literally just driving out of his mirror, just saying, save as much tire as I can while I'm keeping Byron behind me.
Yeah, William Byron trying to close in on SVG. I think SVG's trying to save his rears. So maybe he could pull away from the leaders later on.
That is the one thing that they need to improve on is that long run speed. If it's got that today, watch out for Ty Gibbs. Alan, what you got on the 12? Well, Ryan Blaney has recovered nicely since getting tagged on that restart, but he has all forgotten what happened with the message for Chase Briscoe over his team radio. Listen.
You can tell us I need to be ready if I ever get back to
Trying to handle those emotions, Ryan Blaney only 2 spots now behind Chase Briscoe. Briscoe shouldn't be losing too much. Ryan Blaney right there.
Maybe once they have the baby, he'll calm down. But an expecting dad, and boy, he's still got the same aggression on the radio as Ryan Blaney. At the 1/3 point, the stage 2 here at Sonoma. Shane Van Gisbergen leading this thing. Byron Gibbs, Briscoe Bell, your top 5.
Yeah, so SVG's still in the lead. Looks like he's starting to get William Byron a little bit, but still, Byron's in striking distance.
My seminars are a great way to connect with young homeowners and parents. Breaking down cardboard is something you have to do, not something you get to do. Lawn care is not a hobby. Not trying to hurt you, just trying to be honest with you.
Watching a neighbor get his tree removed is not a weekend play. Hey, let's give it up for that guy.
Progressive can't protect you from becoming your parents, but we can protect your home and auto when you bundle with us.
You're watching TV, not supervising it. Sit down and relax.
Hands-free Skechers slip-ins now come with Glide Step Max cushioning, which actually gave me an idea that combined all my favorite sports into one. Carpath only. Try Glide Step Max cushioning hands-free Skechers slip-ins.
You deserve the best. At Harbor Freight, you can afford it. Performance, durability, affordability.
Okay.
Only one place does it all. Whatever you do it for less.
Let's take a look at the top 10. You got SVG, William Byron, Ty Gibbs, Chase Briscoe, Christopher Bell, Ryan Blaney, Chris Buescher, Chase Elliott, Michael McDowell, Alex Bowman's your top 10.
Nausea, vomiting, and restlessness are not common with Fanapt. Fanapt may be associated with serious side effects.
Larson's still stuck in 18th. He just does not have the car today. He does not.
Stroke or death. Fanapt is not approved for elderly with dementia-related psychosis. Fanapt prolongs the QT interval and may be associated with a
Really sleepy today.
or sudden death. In 5% or more of people in clinical trials, heart rate increases, dizziness, hypertension, weight gain, dry mouth, stuffy nose, sleepiness, and increases in liver enzymes have been observed. These are not all the side effects. Talk to your prescriber and learn more at fanapt.com. By Vanda Pharmaceuticals.
So, you like NASCAR but don't know who to root for? Here's some Toyota legends you can get behind. Meet Tyler Reddick. Crushed it in Xfinity Series and now he's here. Basically the Cinderella story if Cinderella drove 200 miles per hour. Then there's John Hunter Nemechek. New kid on the block. All gas, no brakes. Oh, and Denny Hamlin. Ever heard of Daytona? He's won it 3 times. No big deal. We have a lot of drivers. All legends. You pick. You in?
The road to the playoffs gets shorter every week, and every lap counts.
Yeah, SVG hasn't really been able to gap the field like he was in stage 1. I wonder if we're actually going to see a battle here, or he's just saving his stuff.
The NASCAR Xfinity Series this Saturday live at 4 Eastern, 1 Pacific, only on the CW.
Closing on the midway point of stage 2, NASCAR on TNT, back live in Sonoma, California. You're watching the Toyota Mart 350. Shane Van Gisbergen leading this thing. He's led 32 laps this afternoon, and the only reason he didn't win that opening stage, they chose to flip it. But he's back in charge. Kyle Busch has won here twice, but he's back in 28th. What's the story for the RCR driver, Danielle?
Yeah, the story happened at the start of this stage. He was 36th after a lengthy
Yeah, Kyle Busch is back in 28th.
stage saying no grip, no lateral grip in any direction. Brandon Burnett brought him in for a lengthy pit stop to make major chassis adjustments. He's gained 8 spots here. Steve, what do you do when you're hurt Chief, your driver's screaming, I have no grip anywhere. Come on in, let's try to make it better.
No grip anywhere. You mean that's like every week for some drivers? And I'd say that because they're fired up. Kyle Busch has a ton of desire to run well. He's been patient publicly. I'm okay if he's losing his mind on the radio because he cares. But look, big adjustments, +8. That's what Danielle just told us. That's heading the right way. Look, Kyle can easily light this on fire in the media, and he does it. I'm pretty impressed with what he's doing.
Disappointing for him because they've been so good on the road courses. You know, a couple of top 5s this year racing on the road.
Yeah, Kyle Busch's car just sucks today.
Kyle Busch, Denny Hamlin in that same category.
See Hamlin and Justin Haley going off track.
Then he's back in the back of the field, struggling with the balance of the car as well, right on board with Kyle Busch during this accident. They just get up over the hill and lose the back of the car. Look how dirty the racetrack is. And that's from the 54 Ty Gibbs and other cars that have cut the inside of that turn in turn 2. And you come up over that hill, it's blind, you don't know any of that's there. You end up sliding through because you drive into a corner you think's clean. Same thing down here in turn 11. All that dirt is getting drugged down into the entry of this turn, into the entry of the pit road. You've got to be aware of that and adjusting your braking zone and how hard you charge into these corners. But, you know, that's a tough issue for the 11 in turn 2, but he doesn't have a very fast race car today. They're going to have to work on it.
Right behind that, well, now you see the leader had everyone stacked up. We had the 88, 24, 54, 19.
I'm surprised at how they've been able to stay in close proximity to the 88 of Shane Van Gisbergen up to this point. Just makes you wonder how hard they're running out there up front, Marty.
Yeah, Dale, I asked Stephen Dorr, the crew chief for Shane Van Gisbergen, hey, is he just pacing himself, trying to save the rear tires? And he said, yes, there's been no official radio communication.
Right now, William Byron is only a little more than a half second behind SVG so far. So the gap is kind of staying leveled here.
So, Steve, I find that very interesting. It's the same question that Shane Van Gisbergen asked yesterday in the Xfinity Series race. He wanted to know the air pressure in William Byron's car. A, how do they have access to that? And B, why is that information helpful?
Well, yesterday it was a Junior Motorsports car to a Junior Motorsports car, so it made sense. This, while they are 2 Chevrolets, I'd be shocked if that's the information they're all sharing. If they are, I would not operate very well inside these parameters. I think you're starting to share maybe too many ingredients, so that makes the suit magical. But why does it matter? It's just a
now Chase Briscoe's going for a move on Ty Gibbs. Probably wants to get away from Ryan Blaney after Ryan Blaney not being happy with him.
Alan, what about the guy running second, William Byron?
He's hanging on to the bumper of that 88, and they made those rears better. Everyone's talking about the lack of grip, and William Byron says the rear of the car is much better now. It has to make the front better now, right? Affecting one side of the car, affecting the front. That's really the improvement that he wants. He's hanging there with Shane Van Gisbergen.
It's just an interesting mix. Just a good report Alan has on William and what the car is better. I mean, look how many cars are in line. I mean, just look. I mean, there's 1, 2, there's 10 cars in the same turn 11 at the same time. This is crazy.
And I look at these drivers inside the top 10. There's a lot of drivers up there that are accustomed to having success on the road. You talk about Chase Elliott, Gracie, Chris Buescher, Christopher Bell is there. And entering the conversation is Michael McDowell. He was disappointed in his qualifying effort. You talked to him just a little bit there before we went green. On board here, courtesy of HBO Max. But, man, McDowell is up to 9th and starting to put himself into the game. Second here a season ago.
Yeah, he's trying to close in. He's got good speed in this car. Need a little bit of track position. Have to work some magic during the stage breaks or before flipping the stage. You have to try to advance it forward. To go up there and try to challenge.
Right now, a lot of people are on the same plan. The yellow is really where the real intersection is going to come. They got the headline array pretty clean yesterday. On board Buescher right here. This BuiltSummerRace.com. It's turn 10. I think it's underrated how easy it is to just get left right there. And then you see those white jersey barriers. Don't get too far left. You got a big issue.
Oh, he drives down in there. The 12 moves up another spot as we see right out in front. Blaney has passed the 20 of Christopher Bell, and now he's passed Ty Gibbs.
And now,
up the fourth.
Now he's behind Chase Briscoe. A little bit of ground, but we remember the radio. You tell
And Blaney just passed Ty Gibbs. He's now chasing down Chase Briscoe.
Gibbs would be okay with that, I think. Even though it's his teammate involved, Gibbs needs to win.
Just put in perspective, his place is 5 seconds closer to the leader than he was last stage. So the whole field is condensed for sure.
Less than 5 seconds now separating the top 9. That was not the conversation we were having earlier. Look at Briscoe.
He heard you.
Yeah, he did.
Briscoe just passed William Byron. Man, Briscoe does not want to be by Ryan Blaney right now.
Your top 5, 14 laps to go in stage 2. And it's a beautiful day at an awesome racetrack.
When Brad killed the heavy V8, people had opinions.
Can Chase Briscoe run down the SVG? That's the question. And now Bell, looking for a move under his teammate, Ty Gibbs. That's going to put him in 5th. And Christopher Busher may have something to say about that. Besides City Hamlin, all the Joe Gibbs cars are in the top 10 running well.
Harbor Freight tools keep getting better with time. Better performance.
And don't forget, the car Chase Briscoe is driving is the same car Martin Truex Jr. drove for the past few years here. And Truex has had really good success here.
Leading the pack on the final lap.
And then, boom.
Oh, Hamlin's hit. Hamlin is out of it.
That's true in racing and life. When debt hits hard, National Debt Relief helps you take control, so you can pay less than you owe in less time than you think. When life hurts your finances, National Debt Relief helps you get back on track. Visit nationaldebtrelief.com to get started today.
This melty white American cheese is the luckiest cheese alive. It gets to smother a quarter pound of rich steak to create Arby's cheesesteak. Sorry, other cheese. Arby's, we have the meat. Welcome to a whole lot more on the line. More drivers going head-to-head means more stakes, more grit, and more to prove. The challenge is on. 32 drivers enter $1 million showdown. 5 races of bracket-busting matchups. More pressure, more risk, and more reward. Only on TNT and streaming on Max. Welcome to the in-season challenge. Welcome to NASCAR.
Back at Sonoma, and now we look at our Xfinity fastest lap. Surprise, surprise. Shane Van Gisbergen, top of the board. William Byron is there. And Ryan Preece doing it again in the 60. Having a good day, coming off his best ever finish on the road last weekend in Chicago, Alan.
It is, and there was a time you would not pick Ryan Preece as something of a road course radio, but it's been a nice slow progression. He qualified second in Mexico, had a nice comeback in that race. As you said, second last week, his best finish ever on a road course.
Positions are still the same. SVG's now extended that gap on Briscoe. I think he was just saving the stuff. And now he's showing that muscle he has. And that number, 88. And Blaney just passed Byron there. Oh, man, Blaney's going to chase down Briscoe now.
Right now, I think what he wants a little bit more is a win to lock himself into the playoffs. I asked Billy Scott, what will it take to beat SVG? He said something like last week at Chicago, when we had a tire advantage on him, or we can beat him if he makes a mistake.
Yeah, they were one of those drivers and teams at a crossroads on strategy. They said, let's bring him in, put him on offense. I like that with Reddick. And you talk about other drivers in the top 15 today. Can't say enough about Brad Keselowski as well.
Yeah, last time by, the second fastest car on the racetrack, just finding his P's and Q's. You said it sounds easy, but keep it on the pavement. That's what Brad Keselowski has done. You see, he started just outside the top 20. He's just outside the top 10 right now.
Joey Logano inside the top 15. One career road course win for him. Kate Watkins won 10 years ago, 22. Doing a nice job.
This has been a hotly contested little battle right here between him and the 99 Suarez and 1 back there as well. Chastain, all those guys in a little gaggle right here throughout this whole run.
Good emotion with the 99, right? He's won here before, but then he comes here looking for a ride for next year. But announced that he will not return to Trackhouse. Chastain is back.
Oh, wow. Oh, Suarez. Gonna get spun out by his teammate, Ross Chastain. It almost took out Logano.
His own teammate is a stack up, obviously not on purpose. I'm going to have to take another look at it.
I don't think Suarez is going to be happy about that.
Man, that was, Suarez saw the block, or saw the, the dime bomb of the one. One's trying to outbreak his teammate, right? So the one's going to fade to the inside here to outbreak his teammate. Suarez says, nope, I'm going to block that.
Yeah, Suarez trying to block, and Chastain just gets into him.
Chastain has to use the 99 to slow himself down. And that's going to send 54 almost missed the corner two. The replay of him struggling with his car in the braking zone.
Chase Elliott just got past Tigers, and so did McDowell.
That's full commitment. And when his lane's taken away by that 99, his only option is to hit it. Man, that's frustrating. And I wonder, if there was a play, if Suarez knows he's going to be there next year, does he treat him differently in that braking zone, right? But now that he knows, hey, you're not my teammate anymore. I'm going to roll dog. I'm going to block here. That kind of cost the brother. Logano could hit the bumper, and he was checking his mirror to see what was happening. Yeah.
That's what pay off, though. You really can't say enough about Chastain, who, ran along, got the stage win, and now is back inside the top 15. Here's Bowman 15th, and he's got company. Austin Cindric is there.
Cindric's got some real big. Austin knows that car. He's running the back somebody pretty hard to knock the grill back. And the boat, you see it right side of the pivot.
Oh.
77 is
Smart having an issue?
Several times trying to fix that race car.
Well, he's already a lap down. I thought he was 4th position, but he's not having a good race.
And just, got wrecked early, couldn't pay it off.
We saw him slide that tire really bad over there in 8A when they had this 42, I think, got spun around. Flat spot on the turn, had to get to pit road. Larson trying to rebound from a pretty visible beginning of this race. He's now 17th in this 5 car. You see, still struggling in the braking zone. The rear locking up into turn 7. Get back to Zane Smith.
Who else gave Larson Bowman's car this weekend and Byron's Larson's car?
Behind this 5 Larson. Dale, you said it. We're all a little quiet about the 5 numbers, but they have that goal over the summer. This guy here, Zane Smith, worked really hard to get better and starting to show some of the flashes of what he could be.
Here goes Larson on Cindric.
Should this team get better, or he find himself?
Yeah, complete the pass right there.
He's got what it takes, got the talent to do it. Marty, what you got on this 2 car?
Just to clean up where that contact came from. Remember John Hunter Nemechek spinning earlier in the race, Junior? Austin Cindric was the man who hit him. So when they had that big stack up there, the 3 wide early in the race, it was Austin Cindric, and that's the game between the 2.
I thought he got during that wreck. Might be hurting his 2 car.
8 laps to go, stage 2. We'll start to think in strategy. We'll break it all down for you when we return on TNT.
When it comes to your wireless plan, don't settle for less. Get more.
All right, let's see how big we got. Man, SVG is almost 3 seconds ahead of Chase Briscoe.
More reasons to share. And when you
No one can keep up with SVG today.
get more moments to yourself by getting something for them. Switch to Sprint Time and get a free 5G phone on us on America's most reliable 5G network. Find us at Walmart and StraightTalk.com.
Can you believe this, man? Everyone's getting that new Simply Safe Outdoor Monitor. Now they can help prevent crime before it even happens.
How do we compete with AI-powered outdoor cameras that alert live agents of an intruder?
Stop. This is Simply Safe. Police are on the way.
Whoa! I didn't even see those guys.
So what about us now?
Luckily, I'm pretty adorable. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
What's good, NASCAR fans? They say rubbing is racing and betting is better with DraftKings. From race winner to driver props and everything in between,
Yeah.
the DraftKings Sportsbook is waving the green flag on all the action.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult for anyone to catch up to SVG.
DraftKings Sportsbook is an authorized gaming operator of NASCAR. And this week, DraftKings has an exclusive offer for racing fans. Just download the app and use the promo code SPEED when you sign up.
The thrill isn't just on the track. It's in the campgrounds, the grandstands, and the heart of every fan. This August, a full throttle festival comes to upstate New York. Camp under the stars, then witness the brightest stars of NASCAR battle for a crucial playoff spot. This is racing. This is the best weekend of your summer. This is the Glen. NASCAR weekend at Watkins Glen. Get your tickets now at theglen.com.
Superman only in theaters now playing.
It's fascinating that SVG has led both stages, and they look so much different. This tight hip ball, I kept looking down. He is really sinking in the running order. Priest is now back to 10th. We saw him miss the turn.
Yeah, it looks like Ty Gibbs is now struggling. As we're walking up in the corner, he is now 10th.
Dropping all the way back to 10th. Marty, what you got?
Yeah, Junior, hard to believe Ty Gibbs was running third earlier in this stage.
It seems like his car's gotten worse.
Right now, Chris Gabehart said, I can see it on SMT. When you go back to the gas, the rear end just wants to snap around. Everybody else is not doing that, so they feel like they didn't go far enough to tighten up that 54 car.
Interesting to see so many people having balance problems. But this new tire that they brought to the road course this year, Steve, has really been a big gain in terms of making these races more dynamic. Adam's laughing because he knows where I'm going. I went and saw Alan Gustafson today, and he goes, well, we went to Dakota, and the cars had no grip. Everybody says because the track was changed. Then we went to Mexico City, and everybody had no grip, and everybody said it's because we were 7,000 feet. He goes, now we're in snow, but we still have no grip. He goes, I'm starting to believe it's this tire.
How long is it going to take us to figure this out?
He goes, I didn't think that was the case on Thursday, but standing here on Sunday, I'm starting to really think it's a tire.
And just a reminder that Chris Buescher, all he does in the next gen era is finish top 5 in Sonoma. Just quietly drives up there. Here he is, 5th with 5 to go on the stage. It's just like clockwork, Marty. Adam, it truly is with Chris Buescher, not only on all the road courses, but especially here at Sonoma. His worst finish last 3 races here, 4th, and he has done it in workmanlike fashion today. Remember, he got knocked off the track very early in the race. He's methodically worked his way up through the field, making genuine passes, and just told Scott Graves a moment ago, Steve, you love to hear this as a crew chief. No
Yeah, your top 10. It's pretty much about the same still.
5 to go, coming to 4 to go. Pit road is going to become a very busy place.
But pit stops should happen soon. We're getting close to the end of stage 2.
There you go, a couple of peeled off. Here comes Reddick.
It's like Tyler Reddick and others. Christopher Bell's in.
20 in front of you, Alan.
Great recovery for Christopher Bell. Remember, he had that incident out there on the track, was able to drive back up. Not good on the long run. He says the car needs longevity. 4 tires, adjustment, and for Bell.
Terrific drives. How about Michael McDowell? Started 15th today and has slowly worked his way up into the top 10. Travis Peterson told him in the middle of this run, with the pace you're running right now, our playbook can maybe be a little bit more open.
Yeah, Michael McDowell also pitted as well.
I like that combination of numbers, 7 and 1. Both McDowell and Buescher really impressive in this race. More pit stops in front of you, Danielle.
Alex Bowman is in now. 4 tires, fuel is the call, wedge and air pressure adjustments. That's what Blake Harris told Alex Bowman.
Pit road is busy, leader on the racetrack, so he might stay out because he can come at 2 to go. No surprise if he stays on the racetrack. What do the next do? 19 feels he's close enough. He can pit with 2 to go. These guys probably have to make a decision. All right, William Byron, he cuts.
William Byron and Buescher pit this time.
Come around and see who comes down pit road. It's a slippery right here. Look at Buescher right up on his bumper, all the way to the yellow line, trying to get his team an advantage. Allen.
Yeah, 24, William Byron just standing there on the long run for the first time today. Told the team, look, it's not super pretty. I've just been trying to hang on. That's what he's been doing with 4 tires for William Byron, Marty Snyder.
We just talked about Chris Buescher with the impressive run here in stage 2, trying to keep themselves in the game to maybe compete with SVG for the win, much like they did Watkins Glen last year. Again, Buescher said on the radio, don't want any changes here, just 4 fresh Goodyear tires pitting with 3 to go in stage 2. I was nervous for Buescher there because when they came in, they came across
Buescher's
the
white.
line where
Does it seem like they're having any problems on their stop?
It almost felt like he was accelerating. Maybe an optical illusion, but I was concerned.
You see these drivers now creeping into the top 10. Looking at opportunities maybe to grab.
Here you go. Let's see what SVG does.
Bubba Wallace did in stage 1.
I look at Blaney. They ran at Longhorn Stage last week in Chicago to get a playoff point. Chastain did it earlier today.
Yeah, SVG's hitting.
Leader will come.
So does Chase Briscoe.
Well, so the 80 will get. Now it's going to be where they blend back on the racetrack. You see the map on the upper left. The 24 of Byron has already pitted, so it's going to be a blend of these two back onto the racing surface. Pit crews are going to have to do their jobs. Danielle.
Steve, Chase Briscoe running second behind SVG. The team asked him a few laps ago for a check on the balance. He said, balance is good. I do need more forward drive. They said, okay, we'll give it to you, but you have good pace and good rhythm. Keep it up.
Video coming to 2 to go. Shane Van Gisbergen comes to pit road. Stephen Dorn making the call here. And it's interesting because stage one, SVG talked the entire time about how the car went way too free during that run. On this run here in stage two, not a mention about the hit.
It looks like Larson's going to stay out to try to win a stage, possibly.
You see those guys blend up pit road. Here comes Busher and Byron, so they would leave pit road in front of Busher.
Kyle Busch is going to stay out to try to get stage points as well. And I think Busher just made a pass on Blaney on the racetrack, so position gain for Busher.
All right, we'll just manage here. Take care of yourself.
Like our junior spotter giving you great information. Blaney comes out behind the 17, right in between Busher and Larson, who's continuing to lead. He's got to basically do what Chastain did. He's probably thinking, I don't know if I can beat SVG. I'd love to win a race, go on to my third win here. But winning a stage is a lot of points, that playoff point, finding some value in their day.
This is the first time that Larson has led laps since the Coca-Cola 600, which is amazing.
Let's listen to this audio from 88.
I would take care of stuff. I think we need some points. Close enough we can get them.
Well, SVG's going to try to run down Larson for that playoff point.
Turn the valve on to the 88. Let's see if you can pit and win the stage. This has got to be a little bit of a precursor for what we see.
Can SVG run Larson down?
Well, it's also a little bit of a role reversal because if you go back to 2021, Larson won stage 2 and then won the race back to
SVG's going to pass him easily.
It's kind of unheard of, but here is SVG. Latest pit stop contact as they come up the hill to Brie.
Larson's got to fight back because he knows this is a point. I just don't know if he has the tires to fight with.
I got to tell you, I was ready to give it to him, and Shane Van Gisbergen said, no, you're not.
I was too quick to congratulate Cliff Daniels on a great strategy of winning a stage.
They've decided to stay out here, and they've kind of put themselves in a tough spot when they do have to come to pit road and give up a ton of track position, Steve. It's been a tough, miserable afternoon so far for Larson.
Yeah, Larson's not going to get a playoff point here once SVG makes a mistake, but he's not with these fresher tires.
Right on board with Shane as he goes to the outside, which now be the inside of turn 3. Low injury is going to wash up a little bit. The contact.
Third career stage win, Shane Van Gisbergen. And he won a stage earlier this year at Mexico City.
Yeah, SVG wins stage 1, dominating so far. Domination like Shannon Sharp on Instagram Live.
Once again, runs it long and gets some great points. We're coming back to the final stage in August.
Own a design studio. Win a really big design contract. Realize you're more of a creative type than a finance type. Realize you got this. Use QuickBooks to get your cash flow flowing. Get live expert assistance to maximize your tax savings.
I can help with that.
Get back to doing what you love. Manage and grow your business all in one place. Intuit QuickBooks. Your way to money.
We should take a trip as a family.
Yes, if you can leave your what behind.
Strictly family time.
Hutch, you're on vacation in a town run by the international cartels. You didn't take your family there, did you? Yeah.
There's no way you were just some family man.
Find this nobody.
I told you. On vacation! Nobody to rated R. Only in theaters August 15th.
Reaching your financial goals can feel impossible. Credit Karma gives you personalized guidance to improve your credit, savings, taxes, Intuit Credit Karma. Karma you can count on.
It's Pod's last sale of the summer. Save up to 25%.
All right, so let's see who got stage award. So yeah, who got stage points. Let's see, SVG won the stage. Second, Kyle Larson. Third, Kyle Busch. Fourth, Bubba Wallace. Fifth, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Sixth, Chase Briscoe. Seventh, Ty Dillon. Eighth, Chris Buescher. Ninth, Ryan Blaney. And 10th, William Byron.
Or experience something unexpected. With IHG's 19 hotel brands, you can guess how you guessed.
So, yeah, Chase Elliott missed out on the stage point there.
It's like my style meets your wild.
It really is, David. I've got so many plans for this place.
Styled in Wild Fridays, starting Friday at 9 on HGTV.
Still a long race to go, though. This race has just been boring so far, though. Not really much going on. Nobody can battle SVG.
NASCAR Cup Series racing on TNT is brought to you by Arby's. We have the meats. Chewy for life with pets. There's Chewy with everything. And by Straight Talk Wireless. Real unlimited data for fans of fast. Official partner of NASCAR. Today, road racing for the second consecutive week.
Someone just needs to send it and just try to pass SVG on the restart. Do something.
Xfinity busy day on Saturday. All the action on CW. Cup practice and qualifying Saturday on True TV at 1:30 Sunday. We've got the Monster Mile coming your way on TNT, and we can't wait for it. Apple onboard camera looking. Driver Chase Elliott there a couple of weeks ago. Home track Atlanta Motor Speedway. I should say Echo Park Speedway.
Yeah, come on.
I know.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, let's see right here. I'm going to do a little draw. A little bit. Dale pointed this out. Check this out. We talk about the mirror all the time. There's a perfect example of the digital mirror that he's able to do. That's off the back of the roof. And basically looking back, and he has it in a position there where he can just check that thing nice and easy.
Man. It's too good. I think they should get rid of it.
I thought that was crazy the first time I heard, but I'm kind of with Dale. I think the art of blocking and stuff needs to be a communication with your spotters. You see now the cars coming up pit road who have yet to pit. Larson and Busch, Bubba Wallace, who eventually got so many points.
Alan? Yeah, just a rough day for the 5 teams. Still trying to find that rear grip with every adjustment. You're going to put 4 tires on it, 4 on it. They did get some stage points there. Bubba Wallace, a win for him so far. 15 stage points on the day. He said he lost all his left side grip in the last few laps of that stage. We'll try to put a fix on it, Danielle.
Yeah, the ones Larson and Busch are pitting. And others did not hit.
It was a lengthy stop because Kyle was so unhappy with the car. He just told Randall Burnett, whatever adjustments you did then made everything better. It was so good, I wish I could have it again.
You know, planning strategy in a road course is so challenging. But today it's exaggerated by the fact that Shane Van Gisbergen has been so strong. Larson wins the race off pit road, Busch and Wallace behind him. Final stage from Sonoma next.
You deserve the best. At Harbor Freight, you can afford it. Performance, durability, affordability. Only one place does it all. Whatever you do it for less at Harbor Freight.
When you need a lift, you could use a big financial friend. Your BFF, Experian. Strong enough to help you push past financial obstacles. So even when you have a big expense, you have new solutions that can make a big difference. Well, you do have that big financial friend, wherever your journey takes you. Experian.
The new How to Train Your Dragon menu is now at BK. Get it before it disappears. Ooh, toothless. Bold, tasty, and dangerously delicious. How to Train Your Dragon. Only in theaters.
With 19 hotel brands at IHG Hotels and Resorts, you can guest at a guest. Simply arrive or make an entrance at Intercontinental Hotels. Enjoy the local scenery without leaving your hotel Indigo. Stick to the agenda or experience something unexpected at Kimpton Hotels. Choose from 19 IHG hotel brands and earn points for free nights with IHG One Rewards.
Okay, so your top 10 now is SVG, Chase Briscoe, Chris Buescher, Ryan Blaney, William Byron, Chase Elliott, Christopher Bell, Michael McDowell, Ryan Preece, and Ty Gibbs. Come on. Somebody challenge SVG. Make this race interesting.
Due to Toyota Gazoo Racing, there are a lot of unofficial rules. Rules like only pass cars on the left. Don't drive on the grass. When you win, be humble. You know what they say. Rules are made to be broken. Win.
And Harry Kane scores another goal. Here it is with Harry Carducci switching to new sketches football boots. Incredible. That's impressive. This guy can do anything in sketches. New sketches.
Yeah, I don't think Larson's going to win today.
This relief lap sponsored by National Debt Relief. When debt hits hard, National Debt Relief gets you back on track. Carson Hocevar 1 lap down, gets back to the lead lap here. He is scored back in the 36th position. And now our progressive race recap. Ross Chastain runs it long, wins the opening stint of the race. Shane Van Gisbergen, incredible hits and still wins stage 2. It's been a quiet day with that caution flag.
That's rare when you flip a stage and still win it. So pretty incredible pace by SVG.
Leading 53 and 58 laps, Shannon.
Really incredible by SVG, putting on an absolute clinic. I want to talk about that 5 car, though. We've sent Kyle Larson more in the last few minutes than we have in the last couple of weeks. What do you make of what they just tried to do?
Well, Shannon, it's obviously been a struggle, and he won this race last year. He's actually won it twice in the last 5 years. And I think back to the 5 car, they win at Kansas. He does that Indy doubleheader, and the 5 car has struggled by the standards that we hold them to. Only one top 5 finish since then. But the car that I think has a chance to beat SVG is the 19. I know that they said Shane was saving tires a little bit right there, but when I looked at those last 4 or 5 laps, the 19's pace was very similar. If he can get ahead of Shane
All right, can somebody please challenge SVG?
Well, I've been keeping my eye on the 8 of Kyle Busch. Came in this race 46 points below the cut line. Had been the second fastest car on road courses this season. They were abysmal in stage 1. Kyle said there was no grip in that car. They did massive changes, and he just felt that like they had made some improvements in the rear of that race car. But really interesting to see the 8 struggling as much as he has on the road courses. And this tire has been amazing. How it falls off suddenly has caught a lot of teams for a loop.
Steve, I heard you guys up there reacting to SVG flipping the stage and then going on and winning it. How deflating is it for a driver inside the race car? And as a crew chief, what do you say to your guy?
Well, I think when we heard the update to Ty Gibbs that he has great speed, not SVG speed, but great speed, told me the story. They've just put him in a class of his own, right? They're basically not saying he can't be beat, but he has such an advantage that they're almost kind of ignoring him on their adjustments, not dialing their car out to try to beat him.
Now let's go to something that happened on the pit lane here just a little bit ago as we were heading toward the end of stage 2.
Yeah, there's a little bit of an issue getting down there to turn 11. The 6 ships to 54 of Ty Gibbs. For the 17, actually, does that. And so, watch it run on board. Christopher Buescher doesn't like the block, says, hey, I'll send you in there a little farther. 54 is lucky not to spin out right there. And then on pit road, there was a little bit more of an issue. Maybe we'll see later between the 6 and the 54's pit crews. A little bit of an argument, a tussle on pit road. So, RFK.
All right. This time's going to be SVG and Chase Briscoe side by side.
Big story to watch final stage of the race.
Right behind them is Chris Buescher and Ryan Blaney. Byron, I guess, lost some spots on pit road. So here we go.
Final stage, Shane Van Gisbergen, Chase Briscoe.
52 to go. Everyone needs a pit stop. Just win, you can make it. They go about 40 on fuel. A lot of decisions.
Here are the drivers in the Echo Park Automotive Restart.
3 flags back in the air.
That's a really good launch right there by the 19 of Briscoe.
Good restart by Briscoe. Does he have anything for SVG in the corner?
But still, first time he's really had a battle side by side out of turn 2.
Yeah, Briscoe hanging tight.
Inside the preferred line. How aggressive does he get?
But SVG hanging strong on the inside. Side by side and going into this corner. And it looks like Noah Gregson into the barrier.
Trying to get that car fired up there. You see it.
It's so tight.
And SVG is going to clear Briscoe.
That's where he got shoved off. Single file out front. And some drivers, top 7, 8 positions we haven't seen there today. Busher as good as he's been in the running order.
They're pretty solid in the back over that 20 car. That's Christopher Bell. And Ty Gibbs as well. Ty Gibbs dive to the inside.
Chase Elliott making a move on William Byron.
A lot of contact down here.
It's happening in front of Michael McDowell.
So Byron's going to hold position. Yeah, Briscoe was trying to do something with this SVG. Really good here.
See that clean kick out from under him when he caught some dirt.
There's still more contact right here. Here comes Bowman to the inside of the 45 in turn 4.
Two players all in the in-season challenge, not head-to-head, but both alive for $1 million. Bowman and Reddick.
Chastain, Keselowski, a lot of side-by-side through turn 7 right here. Continuing to argue off into the S's. The 1 and the 6 side-by-side.
Just behind them, quietly in the top 15, Zane Smith, 38.
Brad gets ready to line right there out of turn 8. Zane Smith gets around the 6. Brad now has the run to the inside for turn 11, back up front. 12, Blaney to the inside of the 17 as they battle side by side out of turn 11.
This track has been racy today. I mean, Van Gisbergen has been in control out front. Really behind. Oh, look at this side.
Oh, Blaney. Off the track and into the barrier. He's stuck on the track. That's going to be a caution. Wow. And Bubba Wallace is around.
Caution is out. First one for incident today.
Hamlin's around as well. 23-11 around.
He struggled all day with the pace of that 11th car.
There's a lot going on there.
We're just getting started, guys.
Yeah, Blaney's stuck.
Tend to go here at Sonoma.
Looks like he got forced off the track by Chris Buescher.
What's funny about that, a little bit of the opposite of what we saw here last year. Last year, 8 cautions first 2 stages, no cautions final stage.
Yeah, that car is beached.
And I just hate to think of how angry this guy in the 12
Buescher got loose.
Already frustrated by how the 19 ran him.
And Blaney just stuck in the grass.
We didn't get taken care of there. Racing side by side through this part of the racetrack, you kind of got to give each other a little grace. And you would expect Buescher to be able to do that 9 times out of 10. And just got away from him right there. We talk about the sealer on the racetrack, Steve. I wonder if, underestimating the lack of grip. Look how sideways they are. Both of them really lucky, honestly. We've seen cars get upside down at this particular. Look at that barrier. Just missing the end of that barrier. That could have been catastrophic.
I believe that was the area last year where Blaney's teammate Cindric almost went upside down. Bubba was 22nd when he went for a ride. Hamlin was 30th back in a moment.
Your mental health is
Yeah, so caution. First caution for incident.
Body movements called TD, tardive dyskinesia, can feel embarrassing.
I asked my doctor about treating my TD with
Impressive.
Does this mean more cautions will breed, or just this is going to be a one caution thing?
5 times in 2 weeks. 98% of people were still satisfied with Ingrezza after 2 years, and you can keep taking most mental health meds.
Ingrezza can cause depression, suicidal thoughts, or actions in patients with Huntington's disease. Call your doctor if you become depressed, have sudden behavior, mood changes, or suicidal thoughts. Don't take Ingrezza if allergic. Serious side effects may include allergic reactions like sudden, potentially fatal swelling in hives, sleepiness, the most common side effect, and heart rhythm problems. Know how Ingrezza affects you before operating a car or dangerous machinery. Report fever, stiff muscles, or problems thinking, as these might be life-threatening. Shaking, stiffness, drooling, and trouble moving or balance may occur.
Baby control starts with asking your doctor about Ingrezza.
Ingrezza. With a remarkably delicious taste and friendly ingredients, Hello Toothpaste makes every day yay.
With 19 hotel brands at IHG Hotels and Resorts, you can guest how you guest. Explore the neighborhood. Or live like a local at Hotel Indigo. Unplug for the day.
All right, so your running order after that restart.
Take on Miami, Mexico City, Minneapolis.
We got SVG, Chase Briscoe, William Byron, Chris Buescher, Chase Elliott, Christopher Bell, Ty Gibbs, Ryan Preece, Alex Bowman, and Austin Cindric. Now your top 10.
Stick to the agenda. Or experience something unexpected. With IHG's 19 hotel brands, you can guest how you guest.
Get 5% cash back on the monthly category I choose when I pay with my PayPal debit card. You gonna go? You can pay your own way. I use PayPal to buy this ticket, paying it off over time. No fees, no interest.
No one else has no interest? Me.
You can pay your own way. I'm still in here.
More savings, more flexibility. The rewarding and trusted way to pay. PayPal.
The NASCAR Cup Series racing on TNT is brought to you by the Credit One Bank NASCAR American Express Card. And by Progressive. Protect your auto, home, and business today at progressive.com.
Only a couple takers. McDowell and Cindric off pit road. Rest of the field stayed out.
Change is always happening. It's part of life. Here at Xfinity, we want to do our part to keep one thing the same, with a 5-year price guarantee on our internet. So no matter how your other costs change, you get 5 years of the most reliable Wi-Fi.
I think there's more people in the back hitting.
Included, for a price that stays exactly the same.
If you feel held back by the weight of financial concerns, we can give you the tools to help you break free. Credit Karma gives you personalized guidance to improve your credit, savings, taxes, and more, so you can find your way to money. Intuit Credit Karma. Karma you can count on.
Rich, tender Angus steak and melty American cheese. It brings a tear to the eye, but it's not a tear. It's your eyes salivating. Those peoples are drooling for cheese steak. Arby's, we have the meat.
Pre-order now at Samsung.com.
Own a design studio. Win a really big design contract. Realize you're more the creative type than the finance type. Realize you got this. Use QuickBooks to get your cash flow flowing. Get live expert assistance.
Another restart, so hopefully something will happen.
Get back to doing what you love.
Because this race has been pretty boring so far.
Your way to money.
I've almost actually on stream almost fell asleep a couple of times. It's been so boring.
15 laps to go. You're watching the Toyota Saymart 350 on TNT.
Let's take a look at this. We showed you the replay one time on track between the 17. So let's take another look right here. So 17 into the back of the 54. That's that red and white car. Now let's go on there. I think with the 17, you're going to see it. So he shoots a 54 up now.
That's those Busher that moved Ty Gibbs a little bit ago.
I'm going to show you real quick. Okay, this is the 17's pit box. The 54 is right here. You see the tire carrier. Now let's roll it forward. Watch this 54. Go left. Right into the pit box. That might actually be the 6 pit box. I can't tell if it's a 6 or the 17. And then there's words because it's RFK. It's basically a Gibbs RFK disagreement on pit road.
Oh, they almost had a fight on pit road.
Danielle.
Yeah, that tire carrier's name, Steve, is Telvin McClurkin. I just talked to him. He said when the 54 came in, I was holding that tire, and the car, Ty Gibbs' car, hit my hands and twisted my wrist. I was able to complete the stop, but it slowed Brad's stop. He said, my wrist and my hands are okay. I am going to continue. I'm fine, but he wanted to walk over to the 54 pit and show his displeasure.
Yeah, it looks like that was weird how Ty Gibbs ran into, I think, Keselowski's pit stop.
You know, I would say to his ear, I'm okay with the pushing and shove on the racetrack. I'm impressed with the 54's move right there. I think you're in a 3,500-pound race car, and those pit crew guys are jumping out in front of it. We only had one look at it. I have to see a few more. But if Ty Gibbs really did make a move in the pit crew member, I think NASCAR should take a look at it. What do you have on the 12, Alan?
Well, they're just assessing the damage from running off track there. They pulled out some fender there. Now they're looking under the right front. Yes, you can see there. Looks like they might pop the hood up to see what damage may have
Look and
caused.
see if Blaney's got damage.
Assess it, get that fast car back out there. Ryan Blaney came on the radio and said, look, did I give him enough room, during this incident? And they said, look, the replay we saw, yeah, you did. So they're trying to calm the driver down, fix the car, and get that 12 car back out there again.
46 to go. There's a lot going on.
And we did have a few drivers come down pit road under this caution, Marty, among them Michael McDowell. Yeah, Travis Peterson told Michael McDowell, we are coming down pit road, and McDowell said, no matter what, yes, they were coming down pit road because according to Travis Peterson, see, they can make it to the end of the race. Now, the big question, obviously, we've seen massive tire wear and lap times go down as the run goes on. Pretty big here at Sonoma this weekend. So McDowell will restart 29th, but in their mind, they fuel-wise can make it to the end of the race. The big question is, how will those tires hold up?
Well, I think this is 7 races to the playoffs. Michael McDowell came in 24th in points. Travis Peterson is a gambler. I think it's a lower odds gamble because even if he makes it on fuel, I think guys can pit and outrun him. But I don't hate, you can't stand up here and then question every gamble and then get on the pre-race show and hope somebody gambles to win the race. Like, it's a calculated risk. I don't think it has a huge chance of paying off, but I would love to be proved wrong. Travis Peterson, McDowell.
All right, can Briscoe try to pass SVG this time?
The strategy of staying out was going to get beaten. So, right. But, I love this. I love what the playoffs have created. And we see gambles like this.
Cedric Suarez, Ty Dillon also pitted there. By the way, Ryan Blaney, we talked about his situation. He's one lap down. Ready for the restart here.
Put your boxing gloves on.
Oh, my.
I don't think it's going to get calmer.
Then eventually maybe we'll take the gloves off, right? Put them on and take them off. Front row just like the last time. Van Gisbergen in the control car next to Chase Briscoe. Here they come to the Echo Park.
Okay, restart. 3 flags back in the air. And SVG already trying to get away.
Top 3 single file. They're wrestling for 4. Busher and
Yeah, Briscoe gets loose. And SVG is going to keep the lead. But Chase Elliott making a move on Chris Busher is now at the 4th.
Christopher Bell getting aggressive on the restart. Elliott gets 4th. Here comes Bell for a spot inside the top 5.
Byron's making a move under Chase Briscoe as well.
Too wide through the S's, Byron. Lifted. But he's back on the offense. Look at this. 9 to 10. This is a tough place to push and shove down the hill. but now has a great run through 10 right now. He lost it. Or exit. Got a little wide right there. Now he's under the fence. Trying to keep that 20 behind him.
Yeah, Elliott trying to gain a run, but just got into the gravel and couldn't do it.
Racetrack in the middle of turn 11. Such slick down here.
Tyler Reddick back up to 8. They've got 5. Gibbs is there racing in for position.
He's trying to rebound. It's been a rough day after starting off with a lot of speed in this 54.
RFK, 2 cars in the top 7. Busher 6, 3-7.
And they're arguing over this spot pretty hard. Gibbs is going to take it right there. 45 trying to stay there in the braking zone.
Oh.
Into the conversation.
Frank Keselowski there. Chastain won a stage.
Oh, wow. Reddick did not get for that corner good. It's flogging a lot of drivers in the back over there.
Mess down to the S's. Actually, nets out in front.
Larson in the middle, all that too. They've got pretty good rallies. The two others were arguing there for those spots. They continue to do so.
Bunch of California drivers in that group. Zane Smith is there. Talk about Kyle Larson, Tyler Reddick. Cole Custer as well, top 15 driver from California. Inside the top 10 gives me
So top 10 right now is SVG, Chase Briscoe, William Byron, Chase Elliott, Christopher Bell, Chris Buescher, Ryan Preece, Alex Bowman, Ty Gibbs, and Tyler Reddick is the top 10.
Pros everywhere you need us, with every part you need. From brake pads to stock your shop in Orange County, California, to oil filters for your fleet in Orange County, Florida. It's why we built a nationwide network of parts and exceptional service, all driven by one mission: to keep businesses big, small.
This race has been incredibly boring.
It's Pod's last.
I mean, this has to be like
up to 25% on moving and storage until July 21st.
probably the second worst race this year compared to Bristol.
But don't wait. Book now and save
It's just been a snoozer.
at pods.com.
Change is always happening. It's part of life. Here at Xfinity, we want to do our part to keep one thing the same, with a 5-year price guarantee on our internet. So no matter how your other costs change, you get 5 years of the most reliable Wi-Fi, with our best equipment included, for a price that stays exactly the same.
Rich tender Angus steak and melty American cheese. It brings a tear to the eye, but it's not a tear. It's your eyes salivating. Those peoples are drooling for cheese steak. Arby's, we have the meat.
Break! This is Shark Week, baby!
Shark Week starts next Sunday at 8 on Discovery.
NASCAR on TNT in the in-season challenge heat up in Dover.
The monster. Dover, the semi-final place that I love. It's intense. Very gnarly track, a lot of G-forces. I visited the ending race.
The chase is on. Coverage begins next Sunday at 1:30 on TNT.
Oh, boy. About going off to Dover, Delaware next weekend. Cup cars, Xfinity cars there as well. Xfinity action Saturday, 4 Eastern on CW. Dale Jr.'s team trying to continue the win streak been rolling lately.
All guy on concrete. That would be my pick.
I might just pick Connor Zilic. Wow, he win it everywhere.
I was going to say, I'm not real sure if he's a hard guy to bet against. Although he did beat the Chewy Top Dog, our man Zilch got it done.
Yeah, let's do the Chewy Top Dog. And I was going to give you guys 3 choices here: Shane Van Gisbergen, or SVG, right? I mean, he's been unbelievable lately.
Yeah, it's been pretty incredible. I didn't expect him to have this much of an advantage at this racetrack. We've talked about it at length about how good he is.
in Mexico City and Chicago, and we come to these road courses where there's a lot of NASCAR history and experience, and again, this weekend, they have the upper hand.
So, I agree. I was in the same seat as you. Do you feel SVG running this car full time? I know they're ovals. Just makes it more comfortable. Like the car is more natural than when you jump in and out. If he runs it every single week, I know they're on road courses, but he does seem to be very comfortable.
Yeah, that's a dangerous idea, especially going into Watkins Glen. Still one more road course race left before the playoffs begin. And how much better could he get on the ovals? He's going to have to do it quickly, right? To have some kind of an opportunity to move forward in the playoffs.
I don't think they're going to be like ridiculously rude, but I've had no one slacking over or anything. Like, I'm chasing you for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I'm not cutting you an inch.
Carson Oswald at 77, trying to rebound from Russ started this race, lost a lap early, got that lap back, sitting in 23rd place right now.
34 Todd Gilliland. Haven't talked about him today, been quiet. Someone who's had success on road courses and you see the dust, so someone took it off the pavement briefly there.
Right in front of those two, the green car popping out of line right here. There's AJ Allmendinger going by Ricky Stenhouse Jr. I don't think we mentioned his name yet as well. At 16, trying to recover from that spin earlier. He's up inside the top 10 when that happened.
You know, AJ drove that 47 car for a long time, but we should say congratulations, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. making his 200th start today for Hayek. That's the most of anyone driving that 47. So, a good run.
So right now, SVG's in the lead, and that's about it. Nothing is really going on through the field. SVG is just dominating.
We congratulate them as well.
You can check.
Hey, if I can just end this stream right now, I can just tell you that SVG is going to win. I wouldn't have to keep going on this stream, so.
Just racing in and race out, just finds a way to improve. Today they're matched up against one another, the 43 and the 42.
You know, Travis Mack is his crew chief. And Travis, of course, won here a few years ago with Daniel Suarez. And I saw him in the garage this morning, and I said, man, good luck today. He said, oh, yeah, thanks.
This race is so boring.
You too. They're winning here in 2022. Great celebration that day for Suarez and everyone at Trackhouse.
You see that in-season challenge. Brees just ahead of Reddick right now, 7th and 11th place. Reddick struggling just a little bit on the balance of this race car. Has lost a few spots. Just got passed by Brad Keselowski the last lap. Well, thought Reddick would really be strong today. Race up into that top 3. Maybe have an opportunity to match the pace of SVG, but at least on this particular run, he was moving forward at the start of the race, but this particular run right now, that top car is fading a little bit. There you see it.
God, no one. I don't think anyone has the skill set or car to beat SVG today.
I feel like it's been an unpredictable year for Tyler Reddick. High expectations. They haven't won this year. Got to be in a comfortable spot when you look at the points and everything. But I would say this, like top 5 the last 2 weeks, you feel like they're starting to find something. And then as you said today, just hit and miss on these runs.
So now as you see 38 to go, everyone can make it upfield if they choose to pit from here. In normal years, you would already be on pit road. You wouldn't worry about it. But with this whole tire wear and grip thing, we might see cars trickle in just a couple of times. I think this pit window is going to be long and wide open. We'll just have to see. It's a living game and chicken right now. You pit first, no, you pit first.
I'm looking out our booth window, and I see all this foreign land. And I'm like, it's long, it's wide open. Kind of like the window here to make that final pit stop. 38 to go. We'll get busy when we return to serve.
Don't miss your chance to race for the millions. The NASCAR Powerball Playoff is back. Enter now to the
Yeah, look at this replay. Look at this replay right here. Hold on.
Phoenix Raceway, where you could take home $1 million.
Ty Gibbs almost took out some of Brad's pit crew. No wonder why they almost got into a fight.
Powerball, the official lottery game of NASCAR. Home to the NASCAR Powerball Playoff.
A Chewy order is on the way for Rex. Who wrecks everything he gets his jaws on. So Mom and Dad use Chewy Live Chat to learn that puppyhood can last
up to 2 years.
And to get helpful tips on getting Rex under control. Like trying enrichment toys. And maybe a crate. And definitely a slow feeder. For helpful humans with 24/7 support. For life with pets, there's Chewy.
It's Pod's last sale of the summer. Save up to 25% on moving and storage until July 21st. And see why Pods is the most awarded container moving company. But don't wait. Book now and save up to 25% at pods.com.
This melty white American cheese is the luckiest cheese alive. It gets to smother a quarter pound of rich steak to create Arby's cheesesteak. Sorry, other cheese. Arby's, we have the meat. Welcome to a whole lot more on the line. More drivers going head to head means more steaks, more grit, and more to prove. The challenge is on. 32 drivers enter $1 million showdown. 5 races of bracket-busting matchups. More pressure, more risk, and more reward. Only on TNT and streaming on Max. Welcome to the in-season challenge. Welcome to NASCAR.
Today it's NASCAR on TNT, just over a month away from college football season. And all fall, you can watch the Big 12 on the Turner family of networks, TNT, True TV, streaming on HBO Max. I'm looking forward to football season's just around the corner.
Right on board, or we route this 48 right here. Bowman lost a few spots. Let's take a look at how that happened. The 6 of Brad Keselowski tries to go 3 right here. A little contact into the right rear quarter panel of Bowman. Bowman's like, man, what are we
Literally
doing?
nothing exciting in this race right now.
A little contact right there. Like Brad going 3 wide in between those guys into turn 7. It's just a low risk move. And
Kyle Busch, traditions, going for a spin.
He's all the way up to 15 too for Kyle Busch.
Here comes the 5. Larson making a little noise now.
Teammates for 12. 5
Oh, Larson's making his way up the field, though.
Larson was struggling at the start of this race, losing tons of spots from the end of stage 1. Those tires on that car fell way off. Seemed to have made the improvements needed to be able to give him the opportunity to kind of drive this car forward.
And this is that, I'm sorry, guys, this is that moment where like SVG can kind of lull you to sleep. If I'm a crew chief, I'm reminding my driver we have a pit stop to go. I'm off the pit box talking to my pit crew.
22, Joey Logano, AJ Allmendinger, 16, racing for 16. And up in front of them, 8, Ty Gibbs. What's their story at this stage of the race, Marty? Yeah, and they struggled with the handling of the 54 car in the second half of the race. We're talking pit strategy. They're talking pit strategy with the 54 car. Listen in.
What's the plan right now? Everybody has to pit one more time. It won't vary when they come. For you, I'm going to go hard. Hey, go hard. Go hard, but keep the rears on it. Prevents you to move.
So, like Adam mentioned, this window is pretty wide here, Steve, to be able to make this final stop. 34 to go. You know, they pivoted 83, kind of split the stage in half last year. That was a winning strategy for Kyle Larson. What do you do as a crew chief? Do you come at 83? Do you want to go a little bit longer, knowing the tire wear, Steve? What's your play on top of the pit box?
So as crazy as it sounds, I'm going to run until a certain number of cars pit. So remember, at a road course, the goal would be to pit under green, because when the caution comes out, the field punches up. If those cars then pit, you would jump in front of them. So I would just say, hey, I don't want more than, say, 10 cars to get fresh tires in front of me. So I would just continue to run as far as I can until 10 guys have pitted, then I feel like racing, and then perhaps I would come to pit road.
Okay, Gibbs making a move on Ryan Reese for 7.
Check-blocked option. I like that theory right there. And do both.
We'll see if the pit stops changes this boring race so far.
Yeah, Adam, don't look now, but Brad Keselowski is running 9th. He started the day in 21st. Reporting to the team, need a little more time off the corners, but rolling the center really well. Adam, this is hard to believe, but the former Cup Series champion from 2012 has never won on a road course in the Cup Series over 50, but you're saying there's a chance.
And 3 runner-ups for Brad, and he goes up in front of his teammate, passing Priest there. RFK, 3 cars in the top 10.
Yeah, Keselowski's doing better than usual at a road course in 8.
This year, but the last time they did it on a road course, 2004. But they have brought their A game this afternoon.
Priest is going to have a great result. Bubba Wallace, they're battling right around that bubble with Bubba Wallace in the 23. Bubba's been able to get a lot of points today with the stages, 15 of those points. But Priest doesn't even lose that track position.
And in the in-season challenge, Priest is one spot ahead of Tyler Reddick.
Chastain played the points game in stage one, ran it long, won the stage, collected the points, got a playoff point. So immediately your track position is compromised. Boy, he's been fighting hard all day long. Been a top 10 machine lately here at Sonoma. Was top 10 last week at Chicago and knocking on the door again. 11th right now for the one.
Yeah, he's hounding this 45. Reddick struggled just a little bit. I think the one thinks he's a little faster. Here we go.
Here comes Chastain under Tyler Reddick.
Dive down in there. Reddick gives him plenty of room.
He's going to complete the pass on Reddick.
Yep, you are quicker than me. I'm trying to keep Rick Howell on this car. I'm not going to argue and fight.
A nice wave as he drives on by. Thank you very much. 32 to go.
Chastain's had a 7th, 10th, and a 5th in the last 3 races here at this racetrack, so I'm surprised to see him hovering around that top 10.
You know, I go to Trackhouse and rewind to the All-Star race. They really have nothing shaking. And post-All-Star race, Chastain goes out, wins Cup 600, locks himself into the playoffs. We documented what Shane Van Gisbergen has been doing on the road courses. The complexion has really changed for Justin Marks' operation. And now we look at Chastain and the guy in front of him, Ryan Priest. I would say a lot of similar characteristics for these two drivers. Blue collar, roll your sleeves up, go to work.
Priest trying to hold on to this position again, not wanting to lose more positions. As we get later in this race, the speed, the balance going away on the 60 car. Chastain again trying to set himself up for another passing opportunity down here. Turn 11, looks like he's in great position. And the 60's coming to pit road.
Oh, Priest pits. See. Or showing the replay at SVG. Oh, he went wide.
Mistake right there. Get down into turn.
That's why he lost a couple of seconds.
What you got on the 60?
Ryan Priest told the team he wanted to take early in the cycle because it's easier to pass on pit road than out there.
Elliott got past Byron right away.
We'll see if this generates any more interest. I still think they have 21 laps on their tires, 31 laps to go. If I'm a crew chief, simple math, run 4 or 5 more laps and then come to pit road.
Going to be 30 laps to go when Shane Van Gisbergen brings it back around. His advantage 2.6 seconds over Chase Briscoe. Elliott, Byron, Busher, the top 5 here at Sonoma.
Yeah, SVG's just been in a completely different zip code the entire day.
Personal messages, they're yours. We can't read them. We can't hear them. We can't see them. They're all private. On WhatsApp, no one can see or hear your personal messages. Not even us.
When it comes to your wireless plan, don't settle for less. Get more with a free 5G phone and real unlimited data from Straight Talk. More ways to connect. I love you. More reasons to share. And when you spend less with Straight Talk, you can get more moments to yourself by getting something for them. Switch to Straight Talk and get a free 5G phone on us. On America's most reliable 5G network.
Yeah, so Ryan Priest is the only one to pit early. Oh, there's Alex Bowman.
Sure. Modern home security, my table. What's Simply Safe got behind us?
24/7 monitoring that acts on an alarm in 5 seconds to help stop crime in real
Alex
time.
Bowman's away.
Stop. This is Simply Safe. Police are on their way.
Trust no contracts, ever.
Maybe Simply Safe and I could work together.
Scaredy cat.
There's no safe like Simply Safe.
I ain't never seen no demon, no ghost, no magic till now. Till now. Till now.
See, Butcher's in.
Year, the perfect time to add a little bit of head-to-head matchup. Multiple guys on the track 1v1 for $1 million. They could get pretty wild.
29 laps left here at Sonoma Raceway. The first of the top 5 cars coming to pit road. Chris Buescher, who again said does not want any changes. He's going to go to fresh Goodyear tires here, and he will obviously be able to make it to the end of the race and have a little tire advantage, Danielle, over those who pitted earlier.
Reddick is coming in for his scheduled stop. Running 10.
Yeah, we've been sitting here. Only been 2 hours.
We'll see if Billy Scott can make some adjustments and get him back up there looking for that first win of the season.
45 rejoins. We'll just take a look back. The 88 is in control of this race. The question is, does he feel he has to counter? SVG? No, he stays on the racetrack. So then Briscoe. We're going to share this every lap because I think this is the race Briscoe's going to probably try to get the pit road before SVG and use the tires. There you go. Chase Elliott, it's his moment.
So Chase Elliott's going to pit.
This is going to happen for the next 4 or 5 laps. Just going to trickle in. We'll see if the 9 of Chase Elliott gets the attention of the leaders.
Here's the 9 of Chase Elliott, Danielle.
Oh, Chase Elliott, he's one of the top cars of the day. He's been quiet on this run, but reported earlier that the car is better, was struggling with rear grip, just trying to take care of those rear tires, something that Adam Gustafson says he does so well. Meanwhile, Brad Keselowski trying to get over that incident in the pits with his crew members against the 54 earlier, winless in the Cup Series on road courses. Track position, there you saw it, clean stop for Brad Keselowski's crew at RFA.
Frustrating second half of the day for AJ Allmendinger with such high hopes coming in. The spin earlier for AJ, the struggles with the handling as well, but he had worked his way back up through the field, was running in the top 15 out when he came to pit road. Scheduled green flag pit stops, final stage inside of 30 laps to go. Here at Sonoma, the advantage out front for Shane Van Gisbergen, 5 seconds over Briscoe. With Chase Elliott pitting, Byron third, 11 seconds behind the race leader. Nothing there.
Yeah, Briscoe's finally going to pit.
Briscoe on the pit road, as you see on the pylon on the left. Danielle, what you got?
James Small calling his driver in. Still wants to work on that balance just a little bit. Chase Briscoe said, I still need more forward drive. Good pace, though. Good rhythm. There you see it. 4 tires for Chase Briscoe going out to battle and see if he can get SVG.
This might get SVG's attention. He had that gap that you talked about, Adam, right? So he probably can let him have a lap or 2. But the big fear right now for SVG is if the caution comes out, all these guys don't have to stop. And now you're going to be back there maybe a few rows of Steve Ricky Stenhouse Jr. service of his crew as well.
You know, you talk about gaps when Chase Elliott came down from third. He was like 8 seconds behind. Just keeping in mind where everybody was as the cycle begins for these drivers up front, and where it nets out once SVG comes down, makes his final stop, and then rejoins the field.
Let's not lose touch with McDowell there in 8th. Remember, Marty told us a while ago that he thought he could make it from the last yellow leader hit the road, SVG.
The SVG finally pits.
These new tires and how they catch McDowell. So now SVG, we want to see his pit stop. We're going to see what kind of service they do, and then we'll see where he blends back relative to Briscoe. Remember, Briscoe was the 7th place car at the beginning of the cycle. So now 88 just
unless they have a bad pit stop.
Absolutely no penalties. I'm okay if you even give me a 90% here, guys. Marty.
Yeah, calling it right up the middle here for Stephen Doran. When they saw the 19 pit, to your point, Steve, they said, now we're going to come down pit road. We saw the off-track excursion for SVG a little bit earlier. He said to the team, I'm such an idiot. Said that was totally my fault. Before fresh Goodyear tires going on for Shane Van Gisbergen, who has led all but 7 laps to this point.
Yeah, not a bad stop for SVG. Cleanly going to be Chase Briscoe off pit road. Not even close.
After that last stop you seen leaving his final stop of the day, they told him with that incident with the 6 at the 54 did nothing wrong. William Byron also leaving pit road. We'll see where these guys cycle out.
That's a great update, Marty. Yeah, we have the overhead camera. We're going to show a replay after this pit cycle. We're going to get everybody on and off pit road. But I agree. I question whether he was too far left. But actually reviewing it, I feel like that's the best option Gibbs had to get into his pit box. And actually, if you're
and McDowell, who's on that stay out strategy, he's only a couple of seconds ahead of SVG. So.
But I have to agree, nothing wrong with the move the 54 made. Now Bell stays on the racetrack. Nope, he's going to come get some fresh tires as well right now.
Top 4 had not made their pit stop. McDowell, who was 5th, is the drivers we talk about that made the pit stop earlier. Feels like he can make it on fuel. Here's Christopher Bell giving up the lead to make his scheduled stop out.
See Bell in the pits on the radio, a little frustrated. He just said, I don't know, Adam, I need some lateral grip so they'll make an air.
So Larson's now going to be in the lead.
Longevity as well in the long run. Christopher Bell on pit road, Marty.
Alan, terrific race called by Phil Surgeon today. Remember, he left Ross Chastain on the track for stage 1. They collected the 10 stage points, also the playoff point. And then in stage 2, Chastain rode through the field into the top 10. It's been an impressive day for this team so far. Many were 25 to go until he cycled out. And these green flag stops, the final ones of the day, continuing here at Sonoma. Larson and Hocevar remain on track. There's the 5, new man on point. McDowell in third, and he's right about 3 seconds in front of Shane Van Gisbergen. That's where the battle's going to be here, but we know the difference on tires. Huge advantage for the 88 once everything cycles through.
Yeah, Larson's trying to find an advantage by running long here. I can see why this would be their plan. Figuring maybe the yellow comes out, they want fresh tires, they'll hopefully pick right before the yellow. You mentioned it. 3rd place McDowell, 4th place SVG is really where we think they have.
Larson's going to stay out here.
Tires on the left screen. Van Gisbergen's tires on the right, green and fresh. Only 2 laps on them. McDowell 23 laps.
Yeah, so the 5's going to keep running here. I continue to run. They have
This time, give me another good one all the way to pit road.
Yeah, so they have a little pace in this car now. Is it will drive this car within the top 15. And so the idea would be to come to pit road and either drive back through the field on those tires or maybe get lucky and get that yellow right after this pit stop and be able to go on the attack on a restart, really get after it.
Let's get an update. 71, Michael McDowell. Marty, right on board with HBO Max, and the offense from Michael McDowell. Just to update that strategy real quick, Travis Busen just told McDowell a moment ago, it's looking like our strategy will be a nice top 10 strategy today. I don't think you're going to be able to hold off those tires behind you.
They have 24 laps to go. Going to have to hustle to stay in the top 10. I mean, we obviously know that SVG is going to be able to drive up there and take the position away from that, but that is the question of how far back into the pack he will fall.
So I think for McDowell, he's better off to just make the pit stop before the caution comes out. I would pit again, actually. I think the field's split enough that he can pit from here and blend back somewhere around 14th and 15th, or maybe fresher tires. The 5, as expected by that radio, comes to pit road.
Larson's pitting.
So
is Hocevar.
In the 5 team, but still, again, just outdone in the braking zones. They've got a little better on the long run. They're going to make a few more adjustments, try to get as many positions as they can on a rough day for the 5 team.
77, Carson Hocevar in as well. McDowell takes over the race lead, 2.5 seconds in front of Shane Van Gisbergen. Teammates Inspire look good, both of them inside the top 3 there, but we knew it was going to change with Hocevar having to pit, and we'll see what happens with McDowell.
So as the cycle is completed, I want to just circle back to that story we showed with Ty Gibbs. We have that overhead. So there was the issue on the racetrack, right? But then we showed this. This is a 54 going into the pit box. There's a slight bit of contact. I couldn't tell if he was doing anything more than normal. But then when you look from above, I actually believe this is exactly what any crew or any driver would do to get in any box under green. Actually, for Brad, you almost got to check up and give your crew room to get across. I know that's crazy, but it's the trailing car's responsibility. So I positioned it, and Ty may have done something. I know tempers flared, but I agree with the no call. Dale, you've done this 1,000 times in that pit box. I look totally normal to me.
Yeah, I thought, because the contact was
All right, so right now, Michael McDowell's in the lead, staying out on strategy, but he's about to get passed by SVG soon. SVG second, Chase Briscoe third, Chase Elliott fourth, Cindric fifth, Busher sixth, Suarez seventh, Justin Haley eighth, William Byron ninth, Brad Keselowski 10th.
Talk about McDowell leading couple seconds in front of Van Gisbergen, and Briscoe, who pitted one.
Pretty sure a couple of drivers still got a pit.
Shane Van Gisbergen has cycled out in third, right behind the 88, and looking pretty good here late in this race, Danielle.
Oh, I think he can challenge SVG for this win, Adam, no doubt, and advantages can come from many different places. I talked to his crew chief, James Small, this morning. He said, I'm not sure why so many people were surprised about the amount of fall-off in track conditions yesterday in practice. The GT cars I've been watching race here at Sonoma over this past year and other series too. I could tell that the racetrack slowed down a lot and that this tire was going to react the way it did during our track walk yesterday morning as well. James Small's been eyeing Sonoma guys since we came here last year.
And we talked earlier about the success that James Small and his group have had here with Martin Truex Jr. delivering again today with Chase Briscoe. McDowell trying to hang on. Going to be 21 laps to go. And Shane Van Gisbergen, who has dominated this race, is right in his hip pocket.
And Shane is at such a tire advantage. He can be so patient with this pass. He doesn't have to hustle here, overwork the car, do anything to slip the tire. And he knows really there's nowhere to really set up the gas. Be aggressive in 3 or 3A, but he won't. Possibly he may look to the inside for turn 4. Get run right here. They stay in line and then try to set the pass up for turn 7.
Yeah, SVG just being patient because he knows he's got the tire advantage. And now he's going for the move. Easy work for SVG.
Matt McDowell knows now the best thing he can do is not slow himself down. Right? His plan is to try to run this long into a top 10 finish. So don't race the 88 or do anything that's actually going to cause both of you time unnecessarily.
Reset the top 5 with 21 to go. SVG back out front. McDowell, Briscoe, Elliott, and Busher, your top 5. You're watching NASCAR on TNT live in Sonoma, California.
Ponvory is approved for the treatment of relapsing forms of multiple sclerosis in adults. Ponvory lowers the number of white blood cells, lymphocytes, in the blood. Usually, this will return to normal within 1 to 2 weeks of stopping treatment. Ponvory can increase your risk of serious infections that can be life-threatening and may cause death. Ponvory can cause your heart rate to slow down, especially after you take your first dose. Do not take Ponvory if in the last 6 months you had a heart attack, unstable angina, stroke, or other severe heart conditions, including certain types of abnormal heart rate. The most common side effects of Ponvory include upper respiratory tract infections, elevated liver enzymes, and high blood pressure. Starting treatment with Ponvory will begin with the starter pack. Ask your doctor about Ponvory or visit ponvory.com to learn more. By Vanda Pharmaceuticals.
There's a reason Chevy is called the heartbeat of America. A heartbeat strong, steady, unwavering. Like the people who keep this country moving.
Oh, what's up?
They do best.
Yeah.
Helping neighbors, pitching in.
It just seems like SVG's just going to be dominating today.
Only America's most dependable truck will do. In every Chevy.
Hopefully we can get some type of caution or something. I'm not going to lie.
Standard.
Because no one's going to catch SVG on raw pace.
Surrounded by history, at the place where legends are made. This isn't just a race, it's a moment of truth. Their last shot at the playoffs. Your last chance to see regular season action. Friday night, Xfinity lights the fuse. Saturday night, the Cup Series delivers the fireworks. This is Daytona. This is everything. Get your tickets now at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com.
Shane Van Gisbergen leading in the Toyota Mart 350 here at Sonoma Raceway.
Briscoe's gotten around McDowell for second. Briscoe, a couple tenths on SVG, even with that pass there. So McDowell is kind of leading a lot of lap time. He was a second slower than everyone in the top 10. There's a couple other cars on the same strategy as him, so we'll cycle themselves back through the top 10. And I just don't know if the 71 is going to be able to get that result that he wants.
Chase Elliott looking to get by as they hit turn 11. So when they cross the start-finish line this time, there will be 18 laps to go. Let's do our credit one bank. Ones to watch, and I'm going to go ahead and say it. You can't take Shane Van Gisbergen.
Yeah.
Let's pick others, okay?
Oh, boy.
Yeah, actually, the one I'm watching is this 9-car Chase Elliott, Mr. Consistent.
Chase Elliott's looking good, though. Hit it a little earlier to try to get a tire advantage before everybody else pitted. Now he's caught up to McDowell. He's going to get third.
And has done a great job today to drive this car up into the top 3.
Well, I'll take Mr. Consistent. Top 5s in the last 3 races here. That's what Chris Buescher of the 17 has done. And I will just remind everybody that Chris Buescher is the last guy to beat SVG. He did it heads up, basically at Watkins Glen. So of the NASCAR guys, I say last guy, right? He accomplished a feat.
See, where's my pick Larson running right now? He's running 13th behind Chastain.
I'm going to go up to Chase Briscoe. 45 on the front row yesterday. Been very impressive in the 19. And here's someone that's been wonderful on pole day in Chase Briscoe. But he hasn't always been.
You never know about Sonoma. We've had these races like this where someone dominates and then we get like a caution.
But we've said it. Martin Truex Jr. was so good here with that race team. What could Briscoe do? We have found out, prior to today, he had never run a lap inside the top 5 at Sonoma. His average running position today, 3rd. Credit to the 19 team. And well, I'm like you. You get a caution, it changes everything. He's someone who would have a real shot.
Look at the in-season challenge. So it's like Ty Gibbs is going to beat Zane Smith, I believe. As long as he doesn't make any mistakes. Ryan Preece, a couple spots ahead of Tyler Reddick. Alex Bowman's beating Ty Dillon right now. And right now, I think John Nemechek's going to advance over Eric Jones. So there's those battles going on, but
Crazy things happen late in races on the road. So getting out of battles, doing something different.
it's just
Pay off.
this, in my opinion, it's got to be like the second worst race of Bristol this year. Really a snooze fest.
SVG staring at a record held by Jeff Gordon. No driver has won 3 straight road course races from the pole since Jeff Gordon in 1998 and 1999. So it's been 26 years since we've seen this level of dominance at road course racing. So, Junior, that begs the question. Is Shane Van Gisbergen the best road course racer we've ever seen in NASCAR? We'd love your take on that because clearly he is the one to beat right now. It's kind of the world versus SVG when it comes to road course racing in the Cup Series.
I think he's writing that history now. It's still, still to be determined. But if he continues to have this type of success over the next several years, he's absolutely got an opportunity to stake claim as the best road course racer ever in NASCAR history. Dan Gurney, there's a long list of names of other road course greats that have been part of NASCAR, but I think this 88 car is sort of writing that story as we speak.
Talking how amazing it is that SVG's doing what he does, leading the race. I think it's just worth reminding everybody, the driver of this 51, Cody Weardale, how that race finished. This hit breathtaking.
Yeah, pretty impressive to know that try to do whatever you could to slow the car down with that contact on the outside wall, but it does little to really take away how terrible this impact was. You see the damage the steering wheel takes, and everything in that car, he said, was thrown away by the time it was said and done. The Haas device, the helmet, it ruined all the pole of the helmet, so the helmet's no longer able to do what he needs to do in the next impact. And so even the seat was damaged from that crash, Dale.
Yeah, Dale, there was nothing that they could salvage from the car. They said they'll put it back together and make it a show car. And Cody Ware is a big guy. He's the tallest guy on pit road at 6'4", over 250 pounds. And that's why the sheer force, the energy as he hit those tire barriers, his body weight, and the inertia crushed that.
Oh, Cody Ware looks like he may have a problem. Oh, he lost a wheel. Is that going to be a caution? That's got to be a caution. That's debris on the track. Come on. Please be a caution. Please be a caution. Throw it. Yes. Woo! Finally. Something's going to make this race interesting. I can always depend on Cody Ware bringing a late race caution out. Thank you very much. Yes.
Because that car went up, the Chevy were punching each other in the arm, trying to figure out what came off. Let's see right here.
We saw him wiggling right there in turn 3, and the wheel nut goes away.
Yeah, we can highlight it.
As the wheel's trying to leave the vehicle. He was just on pit road at 92. This is 4 laps later. At the bottom of that hill, if you go back to that replay, I think we can show you the wheel nut. See if we get lucky and freezing it. And then this tire, a near miss of a car that came through the screen. I don't know who that was, but that would have been crazy if you hit a tire.
And so this is an opportunity for guys like McDowell. So he's going to probably come to pit road and put tires on. And how many can he draw the pit road?
Right. Yeah, let's see here. We'll go a little bit.
Honestly,
let's go right there. We freeze it right there. See if I can find my pen.
well, what do you do now since caution came out?
This is the zoom. There's the wheel nut right there. Can you believe that? Live, bouncing. Off it goes. Just 3 laps after pit road. He was on 92. He's a lap down. So 3 laps later, 51 will come to pit road.
I'd give you a B on telestrator execution.
Man, I wish you were one of my teachers in school. I could use some B's. I could use some B's on the old GPA. So back to your point, Dale. I think that's McDowell's thing, right? He knows these old tires aren't going to work. But 15 laps is a lot. And these tires lose grip quick. So let's take a look at the previous pit stop to 51. See if we see anything obvious on the right side. Remember, you got to tighten it with the car in the air. Right rear going on.
Right, so honestly, if SVG pits, I think everybody should stay out. But if SVG... See, this is a problem if you're the leader. Because the field will do the opposite of what you do. I saw this play out many of times.
14 to go. This is just really, really interesting.
I'm going to tell you, and remember we talked in pre-race about a target? I'm going to do whatever SVG does, I'm doing the opposite. He stays out, I'm coming. If I am Chase Briscoe, I am absolutely not following him down pit road, and I'm not following him by staying on the racetrack.
But you remember the conversation we had with Cliff Daniels in the garage this morning?
Yeah.
I mean, usually, you just stay out. You keep your track position. That's what you do at this stage on a road course.
Honestly, I think the only person you'd be able to stay out if SVG stays out maybe Larson, because he's got a couple of laps fresher tires than what SVG does. But Larson also hasn't had the car the entire day. Let's see what happens here.
So this is the choice. What do you do? Last minute, look at Briscoe. I love it.
Oh, Chase Elliott stays out. Oh, Elliott's going to pit. Oh, boy. A lot of drivers are going to pit.
Gives a whole bunch of drivers coming down. I will say, there's going to be some insurance. You're going to get a restart, say 12 laps to go. But tires mean so much. Here's Chase Elliott.
Tires got to make a difference.
Chase Elliott, so good at managing his tires. I asked Alan Gupson this morning if there's a late caution, what do you think Chase will want? He said he won't scream that he wants tires, but he will tell me forcefully that he wants them. And I like my driver in these situations because he goes on the offensive.
This is going to be fun, Danielle. Some fresh tires back in the field. Michael McDowell comes down pit road. Travis Peterson didn't check up at all. And look, fire in the back there as McDowell leaves. That fire will hopefully be put out on pit road. But yes, some fresh tires coming. There was no question, though, for Shane Van Gisbergen and his team. They were going to stay.
So yeah, Elliott's first off pit road. Let's go. I'm shocked Larson. I didn't pit. No, I'm shocked Larson did pit. Oh, McDowell. Fuel caught on fire.
I'm with you, Dale. 13 cars stayed out. I had single digits and thought you could have done some more to maybe look at that strategy.
Yeah, but Hocevar, Stenhouse, Berry, Jones, Braxton, Haley, all those guys stayed on the racetrack.
You kidding me? We're going to have some of these back markers that are going to let SVG win. Briscoe hasn't been able to catch SVG. It's got to be somebody else.
Into the top 10 or even in the top 5, can they drive their cars McDowell?
I think the problem is because SVG has a tire advantage compared to some of the other drivers. SVG, until the other ones can get close to him, he's going to make a big gap, and it's going to make it harder for the other drivers to catch up to him.
Listen, I stick with my decision before. I would have come down pit road. I don't want to wait and see what the answer is, right? I would have done it even if it doesn't work out.
That means the driver with the freshest tires is probably going to be Chase Elliott.
And SVG has led so much that it hasn't, we don't think about it.
And Chase Elliott's going to be back in, let's see. Chase Elliott's going to be back in 14.
Reese was actually on the good side of that cut line for most of the race because he was running up at the top 10, top 15. Right now, he's sitting in 18th position.
Well, like I said, thank you, Cody Ware, for making this race somewhat interesting. It was a snooze fest until that caution.
So to come out of here, at least trying to maintain his advantage or his situation with Reese at the cut line.
Here's Marty. Let's chat with Stephen Doran. And when you and I talked this morning, this was pretty much the worst case scenario, wasn't it?
Yeah, we really didn't want to see that, but I think he's done a good enough job saving his time.
I think everybody except SVG's team wanted to see that.
But I think we have a big enough buffer. We should be okay here.
Did enough cars stay out behind you to kind of build a little bit of gap between you and the fresh tires?
I think so, and he's super good at managing the tires, so he kind of told me he had enough there to just stay out there.
All right, there you go. We'll see if SVG can finish it off here at Sonoma and go for 3 straight at the road courses. I would just say this. You talk about the pressure of being a crew chief for this guy on a road course.
Oh.
And Stephen Doran has really managed it so well all season long.
Are you kidding me? Pressure?
I mean, in this situation, you got a huge opportunity to get it wrong.
That made his job easy.
It felt like an Xfinity job at Pocono.
Okay, that's fair. There you go.
I got a guy that's 3 tenths clear of the field. This is tough.
I think there's pressure. I saw the smile down there.
I do think he's right, though. I do think that SVG can save some tire, and that they had a lot of guys stay out, although, you know, I still would have hit it, but I think that Ryan Grady has kind of like, I think we're going to be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm here with James Malt, crew chief for Chase Briscoe. James, you were debating whether to pit or not. Why did you ultimately decide to stay out?
Like right there, the last few laps, the 2 prior to that were our fastest 2 laps we've run in the whole race. You know, the tires have looked great all day. You know, and just getting them cooled back down here, hopefully they hang on. So, you know, going back to 14th and being in all that middle of all that crap that could happen, I don't really know. I'm not really a fan of that. So
We know Chase Briscoe's going to be aggressive on the restart,
Get
though.
start on Shane and see where we wind up.
What's your advice to your driver? You told me this morning this is his worst road course, but you've worked so hard with him to teach him how to drive Sonoma right.
I mean, you've got 11 green flag laps if we go to the end. I feel like SVG can outlast those drivers with fresher tires.
Solid result and good points day, and if we can get the win, it'll be amazing. But yeah, hopefully we'll just hang on here and we'll see how it goes.
Best of luck.
Thank you.
And the choose right here. I like that. We haven't seen tires refire, so I like what James is doing. This is the in-season challenge.
Yeah, pretty interesting to see. Jones is now leapfrog Nemechek. Nemechek's had the advantage most of the race. Jones running toward the back, and then you have Priest and Reddick still right there around each other within a few spots. And Zane Smith right now slotted ahead of Gibbs. Gibbs with the faster car. Can he drive through the field and try to pass that 38?
Look at some of these drivers in the top 10 that stayed out. You talk about Zane Smith. Carson Hocevar was a lap down. He's 7. Stenhouse up there. Josh Berry.
Here we go.
Derek Jones.
Restart.
11 laps remaining.
SVG and Chase Briscoe.
Shane Van Gisbergen has dominated this race. Now he's got a
Busher also stayed out, and so did Byron.
up front once again with Chase Briscoe.
To go. Green flags back in the air.
SVG with a great launch through the gears.
Yeah, SVG had a great restart. See, you didn't think Briscoe was going to catch him. Because Briscoe does not have the car SVG does. By a mile.
Bell trying to switch it up, crossing over. The break is on turn 4.
Back behind him, Zane Smith racing Hocevar. The balance of old tires
Whoa!
versus new tires.
Almost a crash back there.
And do they have time to get there?
Big stack up there.
And Noah Gregson piles up the field. Back markers who do not know how to drive up front get spun out.
And he's got big damage with the in-season challenge, too.
And the caution's out again.
There's the caution.
And that's great for SVG. That's going to gobble up some laps here. That's right. We get to the end of this race.
Oh, my goodness.
To the field if you're under caution.
And I thought it would have been an advantage for the tires, but they're only up. You know, Chase is still 13th, right? He didn't get 5 or 6 spots, and the yellow came up.
Chase had a hard time coming out of turn 4. got a little bit loose on the inside, and that bottled him up, and he lost all the momentum. He was in a position to maybe dive down into
That's just going to help SVG more they wreck. That sucks.
You see the forward Braxton. Tons of damage right there. Multiple cars, I believe, made contact with his 4 cars. They're trying to drive through the AMR safety crew, tending to the driver, helping us get this car on the record and off the racetrack. And all the guys that are on tires want this to be quick. They want to get back to green flag racing as soon as possible.
Looking at our top 10, Justin Haley, not someone we've talked a lot about today.
That's the car that made the contact right there. That orange car, Reese. Started the 4 down the hill. Look at this stacked up. I saw somebody get sideways on the 7 and the 9.
Yeah, the 9 gets sideways, loses all the momentum. Now he's in the middle of 3 wide and can't do anything to gain any spots. Here's where the 4 gets turned around.
Oh, that's actually Justin Haley that spun Gregson out right there.
It's tough for Reese, who spent so much time inside the top 10 today.
Yeah, middle inside of the 21. Just a lot of contact. Josh Berry spins out the 43. They had a little history, I think, last week.
They
Josh
did.
Berry in the 43.
They did.
Which is interesting there.
I was wondering if the Chicago memories were going to come flooding back here with a few laps to go, and I wonder if that was one.
Right now, with Bubba Wallace right here. This is Chase Elliott.
Oh, Eric Jones also got spun around.
This is Ty Gibbs right here. Yes. Pretty significant contact for Priest, and he doesn't need. Look at the damage to the forward. This is Priest right here.
It's pretty hard contact on that right front corner.
Without doubt. And I think he's hopeful that he doesn't have any real damage to the suspension. Can't afford to give up too many spots right now, sitting +2 behind Bubba Wallace at the cut line.
10 to go. As the cleanup continues. See those drivers involved in the crash. The saving grace for Priest, Bubba Wallace got some of that as well, and those are the ones we're talking about at the cut line, and it's crazy to me, but they came in separated by 2, and that's where they are right now. We'll see how it all shakes out.
Yeah, so let's see.
Jones had a massive advantage on his teammate John Hunter Nemechek for that bracket challenge, and that spin off the nose of the 21 car. Josh Berry sends Eric Jones behind John Hunter Nemechek. John Hunter Nemechek with a bit of a tire advantage too. Alan, what you got on this 60? Well, they were going through that assessment, like you said, Dale Jr. What's the damage? Ryan Priest said there's no real suspension damage with so few laps left. They don't want to come in and make a big adjustment, lose all that track position. There is some toe. They knocked in the toe a little bit, so it's going to hurt him on the right-handers. But they decided to just keep him out there with that damage you see and hope to get the best finish possible. There's more right-handers here than there are left-handers. It's frustrating for the driver to work your way through this whole race and have something silly at the end of these races, but it gets chaotic at the end of these races. Just try to dodge all the chaos.
This relief lap is sponsored by National Debt Relief. Ryan Blaney's had a tough afternoon, but he gets back on the lead lap.
Ryan Blaney's in.
Scored 36 to make a pit stop here.
You mentioned it. Scored 36 back on the lead lap. So whether it's the in-season bracket or whether it's the playoffs, last time through the S's on the last lap, if you go off of the gravel, right, that could cost you 10 or 20 spots. Marty.
Steve, if you look at the top 5, the one driver who needs a win to guarantee a playoff spot is Chris Buescher. He sits in 3rd right now. So, Scott Graves, you welcome this caution or not?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, we needed it. We were running really that last run. We were really solid. Feel pretty good about that. Just we needed this to catch back up to the 88 to have a shot at them. So let's see what we got.
What can Chris do differently on this restart versus the last few?
It's just been tough. It seems like we're a little like we struggled the first couple laps. You just got to protect and then stay right on those two. And if the 19 and 88 get to racing hard, then take advantage.
There you go. Sometimes that happens, doesn't it, Adam? The first two kind of get to racing, and the guy sitting in third can win the race.
We see the cleanup continue up in turn 7, and we have the field coming by the choose, not getting the choose. So this adds another lap to the end, to this caution with 9 laps to go, coming to 8 laps to go. And you're furious if you're a driver with tires, because you want all the green flag laps and all the opportunities to try to move forward.
Chase Elliott, prior to the choose, scored 11th, and he's the first of those drivers that came down at lap 97. Reddick is there, McDowell. So those are the ones you're talking about that absolutely want to return to the green flag so you can make good on those fresher tires.
You want to try to gain as many spots as you can. Then you also have like Ty Gibbs back there at 15th, and he's battling Zane Smith for this bracket to move forward.
And they're going to add another lap. This just helps SVG.
That opportunity for him to go up there and try to pass that car. They probably don't downplay the bracket challenge and how it may influence their decisions, but you know that their decisions are made. They're driving these cars to the end of the race, and he's certainly thinking about trying to get up there and pass that 38.
We know Legacy is going to have a car in the semifinals when it comes to the in-season challenge. What did Zane Smith put front row in that situation? That would be remarkable, Alan.
And I'm up on top of the 20 box with crew chief Adam Stevens for Christopher Bell. What this last caution mean for you? Another restart.
Yeah, the restart's been good to us today, so it's all about getting through this restart zone and executing up the hill and hoping you're not on the wrong end of it when the bumper tax starts. But done a good job today. Drove a good race. Had that issue spinning there early, but recovered from it. So happy to be in the position we're in, and we'll see what the future holds.
You have newer tires behind you. How worried are you about those?
They're pretty far back at this point. I just don't think there's enough laps to get there, but you never know.
Christopher Bell, heck of a day up in the top 5, trying to stay there.
Yeah, he's been really the model of consistency when you talk about delivering on the road courses. They've had some bumps along the way, but he's done his fair share of putting it up in the top 5 one early in the season in Circuit of the Americas. Talk about road racing. Next weekend, back to the ovals off to Dover, Delaware, on a concrete. Watch it on TNT, streaming on HBO Max.
Okay, they're going to have 7 green flag laps. Is that enough time for the people on fresher tires to get past the other cars? In my opinion, I don't think so. But you never know what can happen.
We know that Briscoe is an aggressive race car driver. He will send it. We've seen him do it before. Just want to see if he can get a really aggressive launch. What he can do.
Briscoe just needs a really good restart. Then I can have SVG under attack, something that hasn't happened to him the entire day.
Restarts. Fight for that lead.
Choosing an important too, just to see it's pretty equal so far, very equal.
You have so many cars being sitting here in the top 10 with these tires that haven't had a lot of pace either. Those are Josh Berry, Stenhouse, Haley. They're wanting to be able to get a respectable, reasonable finish. Something in the top 20 would be what they would be happy to come away with. That they want to try to maintain and fight for these spots, but they also don't want to get themselves wrecked and turned around off the nose of a faster car or somebody with a tire advantage that's in a big hurry. There are always tough spots to be in as a driver.
Okay, here we go. Time to see what's going to happen. SVG and Briscoe side by side again.
Disappointed with second yesterday here at Sonoma in the Xfinity race. Trying to finish things off today on the cup side. Front row, 7 to go. He's in control with Chase Briscoe to his left. Time to settle it in line country.
3 flags back in the air.
19 draws even right there.
Briscoe gets a little bit of a better start than what SVG does.
Up the hill.
Turn 2, and he's right there.
A little bit of contact. He's going to fight hard to try to stay on the inside for turn 3.
Yeah, Briscoe battling hard.
And now Shane has the inside for 3A in turn 4. The 19 tries to do a crossover, can't get the power down.
Tiptoeing a bit through turn 4, down to turn 7.
Pretty good restart for the 9 to Chase Elliott back here on the inside of this 21 car. Now 3 wide. Stenhouse has a little trouble right there.
Oh! Stenhouse around.
The tire barrier. Bounces off the tire barrier. Can he get the car started? Probably going to be a yellow.
And caution's out again.
Might even turn red.
6th caution of the day.
Could turn into a red flag if this needs repair. There. He's talking about his steering broken. You can see it. Damage to the front.
This just helps SPG. All these cautions.
Go red here. Probably looking at an overtime finish or real close to it, because it will take some time to get that tire barrier repaired and where it needs to be. And unfortunate for Stenhouse, who was scored in the 10th position.
Stenhouse was having a really tough time accelerating out of turn 7. Ended up getting himself turned around, coming into the S's. I wonder if he was having other troubles aside from just having the tire deficit. Like that car wasn't really trying to.
This is just going to help SPG. They're just prolonging this race at this point.
Take a look at some replays here. There you see Ricky Stenhouse. He is on the inside edge there, going backwards through this mixed 3 wide. And it's a little pop right there off the left front fender of the 54 car Ty Gibbs. You got to go. I mean, I don't really fault anybody right there because you got to go in these scenarios. Ty kind of hits the curb and he's sliding left. I mean, look, it's tough enough to go down there single file. Yeah. Tires do their job. There's the barrier pulled in. Now the repair is going to have to happen.
So many times early in the race, you get to this portion of the track, you just let it settle out. This lane, everybody going to take all they can.
They are. And if you're. There you go. We're right on board. Ty Gibbs, makes the contact and spins the 47 around. But your thought process is, if you lift and let him have that, somebody's running over you.
That could be you.
Yeah, somebody's going to put you in the tires in the next turn. Why get so ugly late in these races at the road courses?
Some hard hits, too. AMR safety team, they're quickly and trying to put the pieces back together.
They've done a pretty good job, actually, to get it to this point. And we haven't seen that red flag. Cars are down the hill, coming to the choose now in turn 9. We're not getting the choose this lap, but coming through that area of the racetrack.
Yeah, going to be 5 to go this time around, so it'll be a real short run to the finish.
47 steering issues at 2 3 he's got his car going.
Chase Elliott's in 8th. I mean, if he can just have enough green flag laps. But he's not getting them.
Chase Elliott is 8th. Michael McDowell is 10th. And then you think about in-season challenge. 25th, 26th, Ty Dillon, Alex Bowman. I mean, this in-season challenge thing is really crazy. And Ty Dillon is the one that has just been the Dragon Slayer, right? I mean, he gets Hamlin, he gets Keselowski, and Bowman's someone that we know is so capable on the road courses. But here is Dillon in position again to pull the upset and advance to the Final 4.
I still think SPG is going to win.
The top 32 made it. $1 billion on the line. I don't know what. I think I could guess what Ty Dillon would be willing to do for $1 million. Hopefully, it doesn't come to something too aggressive. And then in front of this, you have the 42 and the 43 teammates right now. And the 43 of Newcheck has a little bit better tire. I'm not sure exactly what shape that car is. A lot of damage to all 4 quarters of this 42. But he does have the tire advantage on his teammate Jones, who was spun out off of turn 7 a few laps ago.
Think about it.
I was just going to say it's like a magnet, right? 2 cars next to each other. The 42's been quicker, or at least held track position all day ahead of the 43 by quite a lot. But 43 Jones has struggled at the back of the field most of the day. 77 Hosevar right here, sitting in the top 5. Never would have guessed it, Marty.
Yeah, me neither, Junior, and I want to give a shout-out to a couple drivers in the top 10. Zane Smith sitting in 7th, and yes, Hosevar. And let me review that day for you real quick.
Are you going to go green this time? Please.
Caution of the day. Luke Lambert told me we almost got called for not meeting minimum speed in stage 1 of this race, and he has made so many adjustments to the car all day long. Here they are in a competitive 7th spot. And, by the way, a little pressure tires on a lot of the cars in front of them. Impressive recovery for the 77 team, Danielle.
Yeah, a moment ago, Marty, Adam said we might be looking at overtime or close to it. That is not what the 9 team wants to see. They came in for tires on that last caution, and Chase wants green flag laps, he said, to be able to charge through the field. He needs that time. They made an air pressure adjustment, and he is happy. Just needs a green flag run here, Alan.
Just behind Chase Elliott is the 21 car of Josh Berry. It's not been a great day for Berry, but
we're not going this time, so it's probably going to be 3 to go.
The 21 team decided to stay out. Josh Berry struggles a bit on road courses. Hasn't finished better than 22nd in his career, but with little...
Wait, no, I think they're going this time. It'll be 4 laps.
The top 10 now has older tires than many of those around him, but they're going to see how this plays out. Probably the best finish for him is this strategy right now.
Going to be 4 to go.
Here we go.
Get the restart choose happening now. Elliott, McDowell up there, rows 4 in 5 on those pressure tires, and once again, front row, Van Gisbergen and Briscoe.
I like where Chase Elliott's at. I don't know that he has the tire to be able to get up there and beat the 88 car, but this is a really good opportunity for him. If he can gain a spot or 2 quickly to still drive back up the rear now. He was a top 3 car, probably had a 3rd place finish.
Okay.
Under the previous strategy.
Briscoe, please give SVG a battle.
They might have had to be conservative without that win, but why not?
The money in the bank. Collect on that interest here. Taking a chance. Putting themselves in position. Do they have time to get there? Will this be the final restart?
Hey, green flag's back in the air. Looks like SVG spun his tires a little bit.
Here we go one more time.
Can Briscoe challenge him here?
Contact between the 19 and the 88 up the hill. More contact
Oh,
right there.
Bell slides.
Runs him wide a little bit. Dirt for Briscoe. Down to turn 3.
Chase Elliott making moves.
Gisbergen has the lead.
Hudson side by side with C. Bell for 3rd.
Teammates racing back there. Chase Elliott, William Byron. 9 is on the move as they go wide back in turn 4.
Larson is around back there. Clips Blaney at the back of the field.
There was some debris. No caution yet.
Oh, Larson's car is destroyed.
Off the flag, let's see if it stays green. Leader's going to pop in the side over the hill. 88.
Elliott.
19 to 20. Chase Elliott.
Only a few spots away from SVG.
Does he have enough time? Does he have enough car? Here's the 5 getting taken out right there. The 42, John Ender Nemechek gets into it pretty hard. Plenty of be angry that he didn't hold the brakes there. Throw it back into race traffic.
I don't know if Elliott has the car or the tires to get there, though.
It's on the move.
All the way up to 4th place right there behind C. Bell. Then you have Byron.
There's 3 to go.
6 on tires. Look at Hosebar trying all he can to hang on right here. Josh Berry just takes him out. Runs right and left for course.
Spins Hosevar.
77, he's around.
I can bring out a caution.
Drive away. And I would anticipate no caution here. Elliott trying to get another one inside of Bell, turn 4.
This run's green. I think the 9 has a chance. He needs to be on the 19 probably the next time at this end of the racetrack, unless he can run him down through the S's. See what happened right here. Josh just gets in there really hard and then the back bumper. Way around that one, Josh. Tomorrow won't be happy. Back to the lead, the 9 car. Chase Elliott's trying to run down this 19 for 2nd. McDowell back there in 5th. Trying to close in on Christopher Bell.
Going to be 2 laps to go when they come off of turn 11 and drive.
I'm not sure if Elliott's going to get there in time. He's got to pass Briscoe this lap if he's got a chance.
Around 2 seconds. When I say 2 seconds, I'm talking about Van Gisbergen back to Chase Elliott on those pressure tires. Briscoe in between.
Elliott just slipped and slid into dirt. Wow.
That is huge.
And SVG's going to win if we don't get a caution.
I think he has enough car to stay up front. The only question was the tires, but now that he's lost the spot. McDowell behind him is coming as well.
If things have been physical late, now if you're SVG, you say, just get me back to the white flag. I don't need overtime.
Chase gets the spot back, coming out of turn 7, accelerates toward the S's. And down now at the back of this 20 car. Christopher Bell at 71.
Yeah, I don't think Chase Elliott's going to catch SVG by making a mistake there. It wasn't really a mistake. I was dirt in the middle of the track.
Gibbs now comfortable in front of Zane Smith. Turn 11. And down, driving by Bell. White flag going to go in the air this time by.
Yeah, SVG's got this.
By Credit One Bank.
Side by side back here, Byron. Ty Gibbs in that 54. Ty Gibbs going to take the spot away. Reddick right now at the back bumper of the 20 car of Seabell.
And a lot of hard racing for position inside the top 10, inside the top 5.
Reddick buries it down in the braking zone. Seabell's going to battle hard on the outside here.
Yeah, SVG's got it.
It's clear. That draws in the 50.
Race sucks.
Down through the S's.
It would have been a good race if we didn't have a bunch of drivers in the back running out of talent.
I don't know what the phrasing is in New Zealand for woodshed, but that's what SVG.
And SVG, in dominant fashion, just like another Red Bull driver, Max Verstappen, is going to win here at Sonoma. And it's the most fraudulent 3-time winner this season. I mean, I am a fan of SVG, but man, I want to see a battle. I'm not here to watch domination.
Briscoe gets second. The guys that came for tires, Chase Elliott, Michael McDowell, 3rd and 4th. Another top 5 on the road for Christopher Bell. Reddick has been 6th or better in the last 3 races.
Kyle Busch drives his car up into the top.
All right, guys.
2 straight weeks he's come from behind to finish in the top 10. He was top 5 last week in Chicago.
Let's look at the results. So, got SVG, Chase Briscoe, Chase Elliott, Michael McDowell, Christopher Bell, Tyler Reddick, Ty Gibbs, William Byron, Joey Logano, and Kyle Busch. Oh, Ty Dillon beat Alex Bowman for the in-season tournament.
48 tries to race off, but Ted just runs him high and clears him.
Wow. But yeah, that's it, guys. See you next week for Dover.